Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our special Tablestory one-shot sponsored adventure, Radioactive Adventure Dinosaurs. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. How's everybody doing today? Hi.
I could do 500 more gifted subs, I'm just saying.
We do need 500.
About 500.
After
We're not starting until he gets it.
After seeing the drop-off that Tablestory got this month, this is why we have to do the sponsored stream, frankly. So thank you, everybody.
Everyone gift a sub right now.
It's the worst feeling when the gift subs go.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, it's over. My career's done.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the sponsored one shot provided by Morris. If you don't know who Morris is, he runs EN World. If you have ever done basically a like a Google search for something in the role-playing genre, you have most likely ended up on EN World at some point. It's a big forum, and they do a lot of publishing and stuff. And Morris went ahead and created this system called the Awfully Cheerful Engine. And it's just a really fun, really silly, sort of like action-packed kind of adventure-type system where you're meant to be able to pick up and play it and kind of like have a fun time in a few hours. So it's really fun. Like if you are just, you don't want to put like a ton of work in to create this crazy world or what have you. You just want to grab some friends and do some role playing, do some silly role playing. That's kind of what this is about. I am joined by several wonderful people here today. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. Why don't we go around the room and introduce these lovely people, tell people where they can find you, and we also have some very interesting characters today. Now, what I thought we'd do is they haven't really looked at these characters very much. I spoke to everyone and said, what kind of character do you want to play? They're all streamers. They all have lives. They don't want to do any work at all. So
Okay.
I was
This
like,
is 100% true.
I
How you
will
become a streamer.
It's accurate, but I'm still offended.
I will
But
make
it's true.
I will make characters for you. Don't worry, guys and gals. I will handle it. Just tell me kind of what you want to play. And I also wanted to know what their favorite dinosaur was. And you can see what their favorite
That was
dinosaur...
nothing to do with the game. He just wanted to know.
Guys,
for
what's
asking.
your favorite dinosaur?
So I asked them what their favorite dinosaurs were, and I was like, okay, so that's what they're going to do in the game now. And I made characters based on all that info. So what I thought we'd do is everybody has a character card. They have a bunch of things on their card, and this is kind of like how you play your character. It's like it's a bunch of different things, and it's a really easy way to go about making your character. There's a page in the rule book that has step-by-step instructions. There's 6 steps to making a character, and you just go through and you make it. It takes very, very little time. I think it took me like 10 minutes or something for each person. Very fast character creation. And you have all these different things that you do, but it all boils down to the fact that the system is based on D6s. So it's 6-sided dice. Grab a bunch of 6-sided dice, and that's really all you need to kind of like get going with it. Everybody's going to be rolling 6-sided dice to do things. They have a target to beat that breaks down into 5 different categories. You have an easy task, you have a normal task, you have a hard task, a Herculean task, and an impossible task. And they're just different target numbers that you have to beat. 10, 20, 30, and 40, and the easy stuff you don't have to roll for. That's like basic, normal, walk down the street kind of stuff. So pretty easy. There's also a thing called the calamity die. Now, this isn't something I've talked about with the players yet, but the calamity die is one of the dice that gets rolled, and for our purposes, it will always be the first die in whatever roll you make. If you roll a 1 on your calamity die, the rest of the group gets to decide how you fail.
I'm sorry, I just want to verify that both Pony and Fist and Brad are here, and we'll have a decision on that. Because Bree and Disby, I can trust.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, man.
I'm at all times when Brian is on the screen, I'm concerned.
Yeah, Brad knows me pretty well.
I don't trust this person.
See, I've only had good interactions with you, so am I about to get bamboozled? Am I about to see the true side? Is that what's happening right now?
I'm
Dude,
just
we're all about to get
chaos
removed from the
person.
platform.
This is the band Olympics.
Yeah.
So, just to specifically read about the calamity die, it basically, it's a calamity occurs. Your so-called friends will help decide the nature of the calamity. They're usually funny, at least they are for everybody else. And if you want to insert a horrific situation, I feel like that's fine. I mean, I'm just saying, I feel like the audience would enjoy that. I think everybody would enjoy that except the person that it happens to. And that's how dice work. That's basically how you do stuff. We'll get into more of the stuff that happens as we go, but I figured we'll go around the room, we'll introduce everybody, and we can read through your cards. We can read through your character. We can meet your character. Brad, why don't you start us off? Who are you? Where can people find you? And let's meet your character.
Hello there. I'm Brad Woto. I am part of the Venelus Corporation of streamers, owned by Venelus and Lord Venelus, and
Not to dock your pay, but okay, I'm glad we found
today I am playing Wesley Cunningham, also known as Compy. I am 3 foot tall, bald, and I don't think I'm irritating, but I think I might be the most annoying person here.
Why don't we let's pull up your character card for a second.
Because that's what it says on the card. What do you want me to say from the card?
So
there's one thing on here that I'm very curious about.
Why don't we read through the stuff? Obviously, you said your name already, but why don't we read through the stuff here?
Let me explain something. My trait/role is a sarcastic radioactive Compsognathus, which I can never say, but is my favorite dinosaur. It's a compy, which is the tiny little ones that in Jurassic Park 2, they kind of rush that guy and eat him. I love them. And if my personality was a dinosaur, I think that's what it would be. You wouldn't realize at first, and then very quickly you'd become overwhelmed with annoyance. It says I have 1 health. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I have 1 HP.
Yes.
Oh, wow. But I do have a 21 defense, and I don't know if that's high or not.
It's basically, it's so hard to hit you.
Yeah.
But how much defense do you have?
21.
21, okay.
I have 21 defense.
Money on him getting 1 shot on the first attack?
I kind of hope so, but we'll see how it works out. Can I at least come back as like a radioactive ghost? A force ghost?
No. So what happens, since this is the awfully cheerful engine, there isn't really death. You get knocked out.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you get knocked out for the fight unless something revives you in some way.
That is unless Brian is in charge of saying how I explode into a billion pieces and cannot be revived, I guess. My radioactive compy move is once per fight, roll annoyance to frustrate an opponent as an action. Based on what you do, the director will choose the result, which really, I think I'm just playing myself. Trait complication, you are sarcastic and can't resist the desire to harass your friends. This is just an actual trait complication that I have.
It's just Brad! I made Brad!
Just made Brad, but a dinosaur.
I'm just playing myself, but I'm 3 foot tall.
So Brad.
Yeah, in real life, I'm actually really short. I try and pretend that I'm not, but and yeah, that's it. I mean, I have a bunch of stats, the highest of which is dodging, and the lowest is brawn. So yeah, it's probably correct as well. So yeah, that's probably what it is. That's my character. I'm playing me. I won't put on a voice. I was originally thinking, I'll maybe just put on a voice, but I guess I can just do this. Or like maybe, hey, how's it going? I'll make myself sound small. How do I make it small sounding?
Lower the pitch.
Just the other way.
Lower the pitch.
Lower the pitch, like this.
There you
I just
go.
sound like this.
Or higher.
Hi,
Make the pitch
everybody,
higher.
it's me.
Yeah.
Small Brad. Small Brad.
Perfect. Thank you,
There
Brad.
you go.
Thank
Thank
you, Brad.
Thank you.
Bree.
Hello. I'm Brutal Bree, aka Budget Brad Wodo, essentially. Are we doing my character card?
Yeah, I mean, tell people where
Okay.
they can find you and all that good stuff,
Hi,
and then
you
we'll
can
do your
find
character
me
card.
at Brutal Bree everywhere. I stream Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Apart from in real life, when you can find Brutal Bree in the asylum.
In the asylum, which is why I chose the dinosaur I did. Thank you for that segue. Okay, so the dinosaur that I chose is the Dilophosaurus, or if you don't know what that is, it's the guy from Jurassic Park who has this happen. He does like the defense mechanism crazy thing.
The spitter thingy, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm also playing myself, essentially.
Well, Bree and I talked last night, and what I did was I wrote down the memes for everyone here. I wrote down I summarized you all into 5 adjectives.
Very
and I wrote it
accurately.
down. And basically the only difference between Brad and Bree was Brad is annoying, and I put dark comedy down for Bree. And then she was like, I don't want to play that. I want to do something else. So,
Because I figured that would be Brad. So I went with a... so funny. A pompous radioactive Dilophosaurus. My name is Sandra Dilophosaurus Kent. I'm essentially like... My trait complications. You are pompous and full of bluster. So I talk a big game, but I have nothing to back it up. And my health is 2
funny.
and my defense is 6.
Oh my god.
I know.
Oh
That is
no.
So awful.
Worse than
Oh no.
mine by an enormous amount. At least I have the 21 defense.
I know. I'm going down.
Wow.
All right, well.
and why don't you read your radioactive Dilophosaurus move?
Oh, okay. Once per fight, roll shooting to blind an opponent, lowering their defense and attack on success, which is very cool.
There you go.
You need to blind everyone,
Everyone.
because otherwise
Well,
they're
it's
going
once
to
per
kill
fight.
you.
It's once
Yeah.
per fight.
Or then you're going to die.
Yeah, you're gonna be the first one down. I take it back.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you, Bree. Disby.
Hi, I'm Disby. I'm gonna be playing Gem and Nutmeg for you today. You can find me at you can find me here on Twitch and Twitter at the same handle. I went for the Tyrannosaurus Rex because I'm fierce and mighty, but I think I'm gonna be the really ditzy one in the group. I don't think I have any special attributes other than being super kawaii, and will take any chance you get to be even more kawaii.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and read your trait and roll and your health and defense and your radioactive T-Rex move.
So my trait is Kawaii Radioactive T-Rex, and my Radioactive T-Rex move is when you are transformed, you may stomp the using Maul. On a success, you knock any opponent in melee range.
You knock them prone.
Prone!
Yes.
Oh, hell
Anybody
yeah.
you can basically you stomp the ground, you roll some dice, and on a success you knock all the melee people around you in melee range, knock them prone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Disby. Fist.
Hello, I'm Fist of the Walrus, and I stream over at Twitch, and hopefully, I don't go to Chaos Mode this time around, but I have the coolest name. I think I'd like to point that out as one of my major traits. My name is Chad Hardmetal, and I'm an Iguanodon. I have 2 really big thumbs, so I can give thumbs up to everybody. It seems like my personality, just like giving everyone encouragement. I'm not very smart, so I guess we all have dinos that are based off of ourselves.
Why don't you pull up your card there and read off your trait roll, your health defense, and your radioactive iguanodon move, as well as your trait complication.
Yeah, so I'm a dumb radioactive iguanodon.
Does that actually say dumb?
It does. It says dumb.
Nice.
Can someone clip that for me when he just says, I'm a dumb radioactive iguanodon? Because I need to use that clip.
And so I have a really cool iguanodon move, which I presume I'll do a thumbs up before I do it. I can charge in a straight line once per fight and knock each target prone and cause them 1d6 damage, but each one can attempt to attack, and then I'll take normal damage on success. My trait complication is being dumb isn't good, but at least you have a cool name, and I think that's what's going to help me the most in this campaign, is being
Nice,
named
Chad.
Chad Hardmetal.
Dude, that's sick. Very
That's
fun.
fucking metal.
Thank you, Fist. Pony.
Yes, I'm Pony Punch, here on Twitch and on Twitter. Actually, on Twitter, it's Pony_Punch. Remember that. I'm playing Robert Ekberg. Try saying that. Velociraptor, who is a... Do I say my health now, or do I wait with it?
Well,
'Cause
you got to
it's
read the
quite
trait
clip.
and roll as well. You got to do that. But yeah,
All right, my
I think
trait-
read the health and defense and all that stuff too.
Yeah. So my trait is that I'm a try-hard. I'm a try-hard Velociraptor. So nothing like real life, obviously. So I try my hardest all the time, and if people around me don't, I get really annoyed, which is nothing like me.
Nothing
Nothing
like you at all.
Yeah. I mean, if I were to think like my character, I would assume that everyone should do their best, Ven. I'm just saying. That's what Robert would say.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
No, I'm just, you giggle. That's it. My health is 2. My defense is 15. So we'll see how that goes. And my radioactive Velociraptor move is that when me and an ally are within melee range of a target, I attack with 3 damage instead of 1. That's pretty sick.
Okay.
Have a go.
And I think I have a trait, a personal trait, right? Or
Your
the
trait
thing-
complication there down at the bottom.
A trait compli yes. It says, okay, so you're a tryhard, so what? You probably get irrationally angry at others when they don't. So everyone should just do their best and we'll be fine. Easy.
Oh no! He's not even going to need to roleplay.
No, it's just him.
No,
Why aren't
You
you,
know-
min-maxing and doing full damage? You should be adjacent to every enemy. Why isn't Fist
Use your
running in a
trait!
straight line?
Come on!
You're not even flanking.
there's some games like this game ruins friendship. I feel like Whack was like, I'm gonna do that, but in a D&D campaign.
Nailed it. Perfect.
This is gonna be good.
Thank you, Pony. Thank you. Ven.
Hi, I'm Ven. I'm an idiot. You can find me on twitch.tv/Venilus or Venilus over Venilus21 on Twitter. I will be playing Antonio Enki Bentley. My favorite dinosaur is the Ankylosaurus, I suppose. I don't really have a favorite dinosaur, but I like Spike from Land Before Time, so that's my boy. My trait/role is a rich radioactive Ankylosaurus. My health is 7. My defense is 3. And I haven't... Okay, my radioactive ankylosaurus move is once per fight, you can shrug off an attack that would otherwise knock you out. And my trait complication is a little too real, and it hurts me so much, especially with this group. My trait complication is jealousy of your wealth follows you wherever you go.
Come on, that's what he got. That's what he got.
We get to just continue being jealous of him in game.
For you.
I can't tell you over all of these gifted subs.
For me being real.
Oh, sorry, what's that? It's $400 in my ears. I can't hear you.
Sorry, I had a lot of fun. I was making everybody's characters.
The memes are strong with this one.
Memes are strong with this one.
So thank you, everybody, for announcing your characters and who they are and all that stuff. As you can see, very simple to use the system in general. You don't have to keep track of a lot of stuff. The group has 4 stats. They break down into smarts, moves, styles, and brawn. And they also have 4 focus, which is kind of like a skill of some sort that's based on the stat that it's like it's like a specialty in a specific stat. For example, Brad's character, Compy, has perception, dodging, annoyance, and climbing. Perception goes with the smarts stat, dodging goes with the move stat, annoyance goes with the style stat, and climbing goes with the brawn stat. And basically what that is instead of using your stat dice that you normally roll based on the situation, you get to use your focus, which gives you a bonus. So you get 2 extra dice basically because of that specific focus. And you're just rolling whenever you're trying to do anything. It's either based on a stat or on a focus. And you're trying to beat a target number. You guys also have some other things. And this will be where I tell you to take out your rule book. Because on page 15 of the rule book, there's a section called Karma. That's what these... I know you can't see it, chat, but the group has... Each of you has 6 blue tokens that I've got on the screen. Those are your karma tokens. And you can do a bunch of different things with them. You can add an extra die to a dice roll by using a karma token. You can reduce damage from an attack. You can negate the calamity die.
Oh.
Or...
Can we make a house rule that you can't negate a calamity die? Just for today.
Just for today. Because I think chat would be too disappointed. Or you can instigate a flashback. So if you want to feel like, you want to sort of take over things for a second and, be the streamers that you are, you can totally do that. And you can describe an action you took before the current events, which has an effect on the current situation. Perhaps you describe how you acquired a useful item, or mention how you locked that door. The action you describe must be one you were capable of, and you can flash back as far as you'd like, even way back to your childhood.
Hey, like real life. That is an anime move. That's what they do, where they go, "You fool! You didn't realize that I prepared before." That actually, I expected you to do this
all
thing.
along.
That's a fantastic mechanic, actually.
That's great.
Instead of retconning, I hope you have enough karma.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't realize. These gloves aren't just for show. What? What? They allow me to absorb fire damage. No, it can't be.
So that's so that's actually how gear works in this game. If you feel like you have a specific kind of like set of gear, something to help you in a situation, you get to make a roll for it. Basically, you get to roll, and this is why Ven's wealth is sought after. The style stat or the wealth focus gets to be rolled to see if you have the thing that you're trying to use in a situation. So you can be like, "Oh, I've got acid-proof goggles, so that acid that you just spit in my face. Doesn't matter. You could be like that. You just make a roll, and if you beat the target, I can be like, well, acid-proof goggles. I think that's a hard roll. You got to beat it. You got to beat a 20. And that's all you have to do. You have to beat that. You have to beat that number.
So my wealth is a 7. Is that good?
That's ridiculous. You're rolling 7d6.
I don't even have a wealth. That's.
I don't
I don't even have wealth on my sheet, which is how
I don't have wealth
accurate.
on my sheet or in life. I don't have
How
wealth.
accurate this was.
Yeah. You really
Didn't
did a deep
even-
dive.
I have the opposite of wealth. I have music.
You know what Brad? You know what Brad has instead of wealth? Annoyance.
Oh, I see.
It's almost as valuable, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really helping me make money and
Yeah.
friends.
It is. To be fair, it is the entire point of your stream. I mean,
Yeah.
To be annoying and make money.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
your
good-
brand.
That should be the bio, yeah.
I'm
Somehow I'm
give
this
me money.
annoying and it makes me money.
Okay. That's kind of how things work. Is everybody ready to play?
I like it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Ready? Let's do
I guess
it.
so.
Okay. I figured it would be important for us to have the origin story. I think we need an origin story. So, we see an unlikely group of teenagers near the La Brea tar pits in America. People around in various locations around the tar pits observing bubbles popping up from the tar pits. When suddenly, an explosion rocks the very foundation of your worlds. You are thrown into the tar pits, and you realize that radioactive waste has been poured into the tar pits, forever changing you. Each one of you has fallen into the tar pits, struggling. You can see chaos all around you. There is an immense amount of fear and panic, and everyone is screaming. Everyone is having trouble. Oh no, the tar pits! You're all trying to stay afloat, but you can feel these horrible changes inside of you. And you hear the voice in the distance. Hold on, everybody. I'll save you. Don't worry. A man wearing a cowboy hat with the greatest mustache and eyebrows you've ever seen comes rushing to your aid.
Sequoia.
You see me holding a lasso. That's right. Each of you can feel this horrible, horrible transformation coming over your body. One at a time, I throw the lasso and pull you to safety. Hold on, I got you. Don't worry. Wesley, you get pulled to shore. The lasso gets thrown again. Jem, you get pulled to shore. The lasso gets thrown again. Antonio, you get pulled to shore. Money spilling everywhere.
Oh, fuck. I don't need it. I don't need it.
The lasso gets thrown again. Sandra, you get pulled to shore.
I'm jumping in for the money.
The lasso gets thrown again. Robert, you get pulled to shore. Huh? Hey, why'd you jump back in? Are you crazy? Those are the
money.
tar
I need
pits. You're
the
gonna
money.
get burned.
Well, there's money in here.
We see Wesley like he's got money wadded up in his hands. Throw the lasso again. Pull Wesley to shore. He's got a few bits of
Nice.
money in his hands covered in
Nice.
tar. And each of you begins to feel this horrible rumble in your stomachs.
Uh-oh.
I would like each of you to roll a 3d6. Oh, we already have a calamity die. Okay.
We do.
So, the first one to roll is Gem. Gem. You feel yourself horribly bending and twisting. All of your bones seem to be snapping. This horrific change starts to overcome you. You see Gem start to grow in size, and a calamity happens. What happens, everybody else?
It happens to Gem.
To Gem.
Oh, have mercy. Have mercy. I'm
I
supposed
just
to be
like
kawaii.
I like to think.
Sorry, I was in dinosaur voice. I like to think that you just explosive diarrhea uncontrollably. Like just the transformation is just too much.
I was gonna
It's
say
so
the
not kawaii.
I was gonna
That's why
say
it's
the
a
opposite.
calamity.
I was gonna say that the kawaii took over too hard and you started vomiting rainbows.
Oh yes,
but
that's
She just
Same
starts
time, yeah, yeah.
pooping and vomiting rainbows.
Yeah, the poop and vomit gets
It's
bigger as she's
kawaii, but
growing.
also
Yeah.
adorable.
Yeah.
but it's terrible for you.
It's extremely uncomfortable.
Suddenly, you see Gem start to transform into this horrific beast. A T-Rex grows before you. Giant legs sprouting from her little tiny body. Just huge, thick thunder thighs of the T-Rex growing in little tiny arms growing forth. And it's not just a T-Rex. Because pouring forth from the mouth and butt are rainbow-colored vomit and poo. And the T-Rex itself is a strange pink-like color. At least some of it
Somehow this
will
is an
remain
improvement.
kawaii.
If we don't get some artwork off of this, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
And next up, let's see. It's going to be Sandra. Sandra, we see, what does it look like when you start to transform?
Oh, it's terrible. Things just pop out where they shouldn't pop out, and you just see, like, from behind my head, my skin just bursts, and the little flap, I don't know what it's called, the flap shoots out,
The frill.
the frill, and I'm just,
What a thrill.
Sandra,
Yes.
this horrible sort of explosion of flesh just kind of squirts out, and we see the flaps grow out from the side of the
oh my
Dilophosaurus.
god, I hate this, I hate it.
Next up, we see Chad Hardmetal. What does Chad Hardmetal look like, and what does it look like when he begins his transformation?
As he sinks further into the tar with a thumb up and is completely submersed, he explodes from the tar this massive thumbs. Just lots of thumbs for some reason. He has a lot of appendages that explode back into his body, and then he grows large arms with very defined thumbs up fingers. His face is just all contorted, covered in tar as he explodes forth from the pit.
We see this iguanodon burst forth from the tar, flopping onto the land. And then we have Wesley What does it look like when you begin to change? What does Wesley look like, and what does Wesley turn into? What happens?
I am just a 3 foot tall, maybe 3'1" tall, bald young man, and it's like an instant pop, and then I'm a tiny little, just a compy. It's like a gecko, isn't it? It's like barely like they're like they're the size of a chihuahua or something, and it's just that's all that happens. There's just a, and then I'm just a compy. And that's it. I'm green. Like Gone from Tekken. Remember that thing? But even smaller and thinner and weaker.
We see the compy sort of running around, probably all confused. And then we see...
Where's my money?
We see...
Where's my clothes?
Antonio. Antonio, you've been pulled to shore. What do you look like? And how does your transformation happen? What does this look like?
Oh God. Okay, so I don't really know. I assume I would look behind me at the money that I've just fallen out. That's probably still in the tar pits, and I'd just be like, "It's all right. I've got plenty more." And something is beginning to change inside of me, and I kind of want to like grow a little bit. And ankleos aren't really turtles necessarily, but I'd like to have like a little ring around my neck, like where like where a turtle's shell neck would, you know, that little area. And I want like money to be just ever so slightly sticking out of it. Like that's where my pocket is, and that's where all of my money is.
You turn into Bowser.
I turn into Bowser,
money.
But that my shell just has a giant $ like engraved in like a birthmark.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The calamity is that he used to look like Antonio Banderas, and then he turned into an Ankylosaurus.
Well, he did not get a calamity. It's what happens on the first die that matters.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the first one. So no calamity there.
Well, I think he still used to look like Antonio Banderas in my...
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but now you look like, you know, the thing from...
I look like Bowser, yeah.
Yeah, you like Ramos.
Okay.
And then, Robert, you are the last to transform. What do you look like, and what happens during your transformation?
Robert's standing there, and he has a black hoodie on, which is important because as he's turning, it looks oddly, because he's apparently so good at transforming with never having done it before, it would look kind of comfortable almost, whereas everyone else looks very uncomfortable and weird. He's just kind of coming into this form, and the hoodie stays on. Yeah, it looks really, really cool. People are almost jealous. Like, everyone else looks like they really don't want to do that. They don't want to poop and puke and crap. But this is just like, looks very comfortable. The hoodie stays on, and he just kind of turns into to the Velociraptor smoothly.
So all of you are now radioactive dinosaurs standing there. I look up in bewilderment. Whoa! What happened to all of you?
We're not all up there.
Sorry, I almost stepped on you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, hey, little guy, my name's Big Tex.
Why? What year is it?
Well, it's 2020, I think.
Why are you dressed this way, then?
Well, what, you don't like my personal style?
I like it.
Oh. Yeah, but you're a grotesque iguanodon now, Chad.
What?
And somehow that's an improvement.
I think I look pretty good.
I think
you
you
look
look
great.
great. I think
Thank
you
you,
look
man.
great. I mean, aside from the, strange situation that just happened here, I mean, holy cow. Are you all right? Do you all feel okay?
No.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Terrible.
I think I
I
feel
feel
perfectly
pretty
fine.
amazing, actually.
I want to try to like touch my face with, I think I feel fine, but because I'm an ankle, I got like short, stubby legs, and I'm like,
I don't even
Wait a
think
minute,
your
I can't do
feet
that.
can go up that way.
yeah, I'm just kind of like,
Okay, something's wrong.
I feel cold-blooded.
What is this? I can't see it, but I feel.
You look like a Tudor gecko.
I don't know what that is, but that's weird.
Help me.
They wear those little Tudor boys, wear the little frills. They have those weird. Never mind. You guys
I
don't
also
know.
don't know what
you
that
put it away,
means.
it's really gross.
Well, it is California, so even though you might be cold-blooded now, you should be fine. I mean, it's always hot here.
Oh yeah, I like California. It's nice. Born and raised.
I don't know what
Back.
cold-blooded means. I just know that I'm cold-blooded now.
Yeah, I'm here on
me back.
vacation.
Well, look at all of you. What are we even gonna do with you? You scared everybody away.
That's
I
fine.
don't think we mean to. I think some of us still have lost our purpose. My purpose of being kawaii, I'm no longer kawaii. I just let out a battle cry in a sense. I just screamed, Desu!
But it has the the most kawaii background of like hearts, and your eyes turn into giant hearts as well. And it's the
That-
most kawaii thing you've ever seen a T-Rex do.
That is adorable.
That's the most kawaii thing I've ever seen a T-Rex do.
Wow.
Well, I tell you what. Why don't you all come back to my ranch, and well, I can see if I can help.
Do we want to go back to a ranch with a man who lassoed us and looks like the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, guys? Or
I don't even know what that
He
is.
did save us.
anything
from-
else?
He left me in the pits.
I didn't. Well, I
But
didn't
you left
see
him
you.
in the
I'm
pit.
sorry.
Did he crawl out by himself? What happened?
With that many thumbs, anybody could be able to crawl out. He's fine.
His thumbs are alright, yeah. He's like Wolverine.
Well, listen,
I say we go with him. He seems
Alright.
a nice, friendly guy.
I almost died.
Well, you didn't, and that's what's important.
Okay,
that's
let's
right.
go.
Listen to the Velociraptor there.
Robert.
Robert, I'm sorry.
We
Robert the
have names.
Velociraptor.
Yes.
Is it Robert?
Robert.
Robert. Got it.
That's what I said,
Can
didn't
I
it?
call you Bob?
Robert.
We
Can I
could
call
have
you
done
Bob?
with a rowboat when we fell into the tar. His
Well,
name is Rowboat? Okay, never mind. You
Robert.
guys. Okay.
No, just Bob.
Should we go now?
we will.
Yes.
We better
Suppose
get
can
out
go
of
with
here.
a stranger.
If anybody else sees you, I mean,
How far is the... Do you have a large pickup truck?
of course
gonna
I
get
do. Who do you think I am? I'm Big Tex.
Oh,
Is it
great.
big enough to fit a
I
T-Rex
can't
and
fit in there.
Well, maybe if you hunker down. I mean, it is a Dodge Ram.
We could,
I don't think if I fits in this one.
we could strap it to the top or something.
Yeah, just like a mattress.
A
It'll be
mattress?
just
Lasso.
I want to immediately try to like climb onto it, and I assume anchors
Tires
are pretty
just
big.
pop immediately.
boom, 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 boom. Oh, I'll pay for
well,
that. I'm sorry. Don't worry about
okay.
it. Here, I want to like shake my head. I want money just to fall out.
Oh,
And that's
look
the
at that.
insurance covered.
Well, all right. Well, we'll try and figure something out. Maybe I can call a flatbed. And then, like, 5 minutes later, there's like a fleet of like flatbed trucks, tons of confused people, police, like don't know what the hell to do, and somehow Big Tex coordinates everything and manages to pay off the cops with Antonio's money and begins to bring you all back. We fast forward 1 year later.
That's a long time.
Well, yeah.
That's how long it takes to get there. What the fuck is
No.
You arrive.
And we see this this like strange like Western ranch style home that's looks pretty normal on the outside, and we see the camera sort of like fly in, and then there's like a garage that's like too big. Like the garage is like huge. It's almost the size of the house, and the door is way huge. It doesn't make any sense. Like you could park an 18-wheeler in there, and the camera like flies into the garage, and we see like a coat rack that's like hung up in the garage, and the coat rack like goes down, and we see this like elevator like start to go down, and then we enter this high-tech scene where we see computers and a giant map displayed on the screen, huge monitors everywhere, and a lounge. We see the non-transformed teens hanging out in the lounge, playing some old box-style arcade games, and we see 2 of them playing some ping pong. Which 2 of you are playing ping pong?
I am.
I'm
not tall enough to play ping pong.
I have the. Oh no, right, we're not.
No, you're not transformed right now. You're the normal, normal teenage
You're just doing
versions
it
of
out of
yourself.
Yeah, just boring. All right, boring ping pong.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, who was playing?
Me.
Sandra and Robert. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Robert. Sorry.
Rowboat.
Yes. We see them playing ping pong. And I think what we're going to need is we're going to need some rolls from you. Yes. This is going to be the... I think this would fall under the moves category. If you have a focus that might help you in this situation as you're playing ping pong, you can roll that. Or you can get creative. But you 2 are playing ping pong.
All right.
Can I get creative and try to use my bluffing and be like, oh, what's that over there?
Sure, you can try.
Okay.
Let's get some rolls. Moves or something else if you're creative.
Yeah, my acrobatics I'm going to use then, right? Because that would, yeah.
Wow, the 76 coming out from Sandra. But
That's right.
But a calamity has happened, unfortunately for. So what happens the rest of the group as Sandra is trying to confuse Robert as they're playing ping pong? What calamity has befallen Robert?
Okay, because I gotta take the lead on this one because he's such a min-maxer. Okay, we all know how competitive he is. I must say he falls for the distraction, turns back to like try to quickly like, you're not gonna get me, and he ends up like going too hard and he just fucking face plants on the edge of the table.
Yeah. And loses an eye.
There's this.
Brad's not allowed.
Jesus.
He has brain trauma and his accent changes.
There's this like horrible like Ashton Kutcher mixed with Kramer like smack into the table. That like way overexertion of physical acting that happens to Robert. And he smacks into the side of the table, and the ping pong ball just like hits the net and just.
True climate is that he lost.
Do I lose an eye? Or is the climate just that I lost?
Oh, you didn't lose an eye.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't play sports, and this is why. It's fun and games until somebody face plants. Are you okay?
För i helvete!
I don't know what you're saying to me.
I want to be in the background.
Come on, guys, it's not
so
funny.
I'm gonna be standing there like, what's funny? Because I didn't see it happen. I'm just kind of like, I don't get it.
Chad's like desperately trying to play one of those arcade games, but his thumbs are.
He can't push the button.
Can I walk over to the freezer and like get out like a stack of cash that's been frozen, like an ice pack, and I just throw it at him?
Here, just ice it.
I think she cheated
That's
or something.
some cold, hard cash.
That's the end of this
I have
frame.
to admit, I did try to cheat. I was trying to cheat you.
Then that means I win anyway.
Okay,
Yeah,
You
okay,
win.
good. Okay, I'm gonna go lay down on the couch.
I'm never doing anything like that again.
Idiot.
So, in the lounge, all of you are kind of relaxing. When suddenly, you see these horrifically huge red siren-like lights sort of flashing and just like probably burning your retinas from their intensity in the lounge area. And you all know that that means that an emergency is happening. And you need to head to the control room.
We need to head to the control room.
Good observation.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ironic.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Wait, I'm not transformed right now. I'm just gonna like start
That's how you
walking. just gonna start walking. All right.
I'm also not transformed, but I am riding on your back because I'm still small enough untransformed to just grip onto
Come on,
you
little
like
guy.
a backpack.
Fireman carry.
Like one of those baby monkeys on the mother monkey. Like as soon as we start moving, I just grip onto him in some way.
I like to think that I just have like a pack of fruit snacks, and I just ever so slightly, occasionally, I'm like, here, I'm just like feeding him, trying to give him some nourishment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, when you rush to the control room, you see that Big Tex, myself, is already there, furiously tapping away on the keyboard, and you see the giant monitor, like, with all this, like, hacker man code on it, and just kind of, like, coming down. It makes no sense at all, but for some reason, Big Tex can also hack. There's just...
He seems like a hacker.
Yeah. And he says, Oh, thank God you're here already. You must have still been here. I thought you'd left. I thought you went to grab some food or something. Well, we got ourselves an emergency.
No.
Yeah,
what's
we
wrong?
live in 2020, so you can get food delivered in now.
Yeah.
You can use
We don't
those
have to go and
things.
hunt and strip the rabbit and cook it over a fire like you still
Yeah,
do.
Do you forget
I
we're
own
on a
Uber
ranch?
Eats, so I just have it delivered.
All right, well, look, we got ourselves a problem.
I made sandwiches.
Wait. But
in
there's
case.
no way they could get it out to the.
food.
There's no way they could get it out here.
They can get it out of here. It's fine.
I'm pretty
You
sure
guys,
they
are you
don't.
guys hungry? Because I made sandwiches earlier. I made 12, but I only ate 5.
What kind
How did you make them
make?
with your?
What?
What kind?
What kind of sandwiches?
I want to like
What's
open
in
up and just see
between
that
the
it's
buns?
bread and ice cubes.
I forgot.
Well, like iguana dumb.
Nice.
That's a good one.
I don't get it.
Look, we
What's
got
up, man?
ourselves an
For the best.
emergency here. I just got contacted by the police. It looks like Commissioner Bob has contacted us to help him out. We got some kind of weird ninja situation.
Wait, isn't that Bob?
And I point at
I look
Robert.
at Bob. What did you do?
What? You're the commissioner?
No,
could've
I
just
thought
rolled
your
back.
name was
It's Robert.
Blah, blah,
right. See, he's not Bob.
blah, blah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Well, look, Commissioner Bob needs our help. You got to head on over to the police HQ as soon as possible. We got to see if you can help him out. Something about ninjas.
Those darn ninjas.
Not the ninjas again.
I like Lupo better.
I don't know what that is.
I just look at him with disgust. I'm more of a Tim guy. Come on, let's go.
All right, can we use your pickup? Your rover.
Of course. Hop in the dino wagon.
We've got a dino wagon now.
Come on, Rad Rangers. We got to do this.
With a Rad Rangers.
Let's go.
It's
Yeah.
rangering time.
It's
Freeze
dino
frame.
time.
It's dino time.
I call
I'm
Saga.
Chad.
It's dino time.
So we see this like super fast cut montage of them like getting into the wagon. You know, like, who's driving? I think I gave somebody the
Chad.
driving skill.
Not me.
No, it's not.
I gave someone.
I have a 3 driving.
That's you then.
What's it?
Oh fuck.
Can I be in a booster seat next to him? strapped
Can
in,
he
my
just
like
be in
legs
my
sticking
lap
out.
driving? Like he be holding the wheel? Like I have the lower half of the wheel and I'm like correcting his mistakes.
Maybe if there's a calamity.
Oh my gosh, it's so
All right, I gotta roll. Okay, so 3d6. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So we see the fast cut montage of like everybody climbing into the dino wagon. What does this thing look like?
I have no idea. I mean, it went to like the Ghostbusters thing,
Yeah,
but
that's
bigger.
what I thought too.
But
Like
also, you're
Ghostbusters,
rich,
but a
and
Prius.
it's your car. So it's probably like a Bentley.
I do have one request. If there was a sunroof, Chad is out of the sunroof, just like a dog.
Yeah.
Chad, how many times I tell you stop doing that?
Is this thing big enough for your transformed forms?
There's a trailer on the back that's
Okay.
big enough to fit the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we
Just strap her in.
Can I say Go-Go Gadget Dino Wagon and it transforms to being something that's
Sure.
big enough for it?
That's fantastic. Let's have you do a wealth roll. Let's see if you could afford this.
Okay. Oh,
Or whether
my.
you can just afford ratchet straps
And remember-
to strap Disby to the top of it.
Remember, if you need to, you have karma tokens. You can use karma tokens to do various things. On page 15 of the book, it says you can add an extra die to a dice roll. You can reduce damage from an attack. You can negate the calamity die, or you can instigate a flashback.
Is 42 enough to beat it?
42 allows for an impossible success. So, yes, whatever you want on this wagon, you got it. You're that rich.
Lasers.
It can fly now.
It can fly.
Okay, so it's got to be a multi-purpose vehicle. It can.
And it
I
has
won't say it can
Bluetooth.
fly. That just seems silly. But it can go underwater if need be.
You have beaten the top possible roll. Whatever you want on the dino wagon is possible.
Okay, in that case, when we're driving it, when we're in drive mode, it's like a slightly bigger than a Prius. It is very cramped when we're all inside of it. Okay, shoulder to shoulder, like it's not comfortable to get into this thing when it's in this mode. But if we need to fly, I can say Go-Go Gadget Aircraft or Go
Dino Wagon.
Craft. Dino Wagon, yeah. Go Dino Wagon. And if I need to, I can turn it into a very spacious yacht, like incredibly spacious yacht. It doesn't have any combat capabilities, but it has a wine bar. And if need to, it also turns into the Avengers airship if we need to chase after something in the sky. But when it's in its on the ground wheels, it's a fucking Prius.
It's just a normal Prius.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
great gas mileage.
With a little sticker that says student driver on the back.
And a sticker, baby on board.
And then I always get in the front seat and just say,
Go-Go Gadget booster seat.
and then it lifts up and wraps me in. And I
The
sit
baby on board isn't the silhouette of a baby, it's a silhouette of a compy.
there. Yeah.
So we see the dino wagon take off, and it's like this little. Just there's no noise because it's a Prius, so it's like. So you guys take off.
Everything stops and like it just slowly rolls out quietly and heads down the road.
Like there's this super hype music, like for the montage of you like strapping in, the seat belts are all zoomed in, like, and then suddenly,
Oh, the traffic is
Nice weather today. Well,
Can I turn on some bossa nova? Oh god, I just spit take everywhere. The lack of audio, I don't know why, got me so
no.
bad.
So we see Antonio turns on this song because I don't have bossa nova.
That'll work.
so
Do you know this song?
Yeah, I own the record label that produced it.
Oh, yeah.
Should have known.
ease on the brake, turn on the signal. Waiting for the light to turn green.
Are we there yet?
Almost.
No, not yet. Here, I got you something. Here, I want to like give them like a coloring book for kids. Here you go.
Dude, nice.
Yeah. Oh, here, latest Crayola coloring kit with the new color of the year. I bought them out last year.
Bro, this is big. Oh.
Gotcha, man. Oh, light's green.
Are you why Toys R Us went under? Did you buy them all out?
Fuck that giraffe.
I figured.
Yeah.
Did you
that
close the
giraffe.
fridge?
I hit the brake.
Yeah, we gotta go back.
We have to go back.
Did you not close the fridge?
I don't think I closed the fridge now. Wait, can we just call Tex?
Sure, I assume you can call Tex. Yeah.
Call Prius. Call Tex.
You've selected call mom.
No, you know what? I haven't talked to her in a while. I'll let it go
You
through.
need to check in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Hello, Antonio. Can you hear me? Hello.
Mom.
I'm sorry, what? Hello? Antonio?
Mrs. Bentley!
Hey!
Oh,
Hi, hello.
Hi. Sorry, we're on speaker. We're
Are
on
you
the way
with
to
the
an
peasants
emergency.
again?
What?
Hey.
What?
Pass the weed.
Are you with the peasants again?
I'm with the peasants again. Yes, they keep making weed jokes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Hey,
uncouth.
come back to bed.
They're
Nice
trying
seeing
to
you
embarrass
last
me again,
night.
Mom. Sorry about that. That's
Well,
just how you been? You been
they
doing good?
succeeded.
They what? Mom?
Well, listen, I told you not to hang out with them anymore.
If they don't have me, they will end up on the street. Okay, they're all poor and none of them know how to get a job or own a business
I
or do
can
a
if I
corporate
want to.
takeover.
Honey, you are so thoughtful. Well, I suppose it'll be all right.
Yes, don't worry. I'll once they learn how to operate a business properly, I'll probably ditch them.
That makes so much sense.
Okay.
Just like your last friends.
Yeah.
We can
yeah.
hear you.
They all died after I left.
We're right
though.
here.
We're right here.
Nani?
Different. It's act like I'm putting my hand over the steering wheel like I think it's a microphone. I'm just playing along.
All right, honey. Well, I hope you're doing well. Your father's back in rehab. Bye.
Fuck.
Ooh,
Bye,
Mama
Mrs.
said the
Bentley.
tea.
See you tonight.
Just smack them. just
Ow.
You pull back up to the ranch.
I
then
died because I have 1 HP.
You just exploded.
You're dead.
Your defense is 21 though, so you just it looks like he hit you, but like in actuality, you've moved so fast that your head is just like. It doesn't even. There is no visual. So then we see another cutscene of like you all like unstrapping, running back into the running back like into the ranch, and then like everyone hovering around the fridge, like closing the door. Then the exact same montage as you run back outside, strap back
Let's
into
go.
the Prius.
Okay, we good.
Go, go, gadget, booster seat. I mean,
All right,
dino.
let's go.
Are we ready to go, everyone?
Ready.
Yeah. This
Ready.
time, let's get there in style. And I put on a little bit, slightly more of an upbeat song on this time as we're driving.
Now we're talking, bro. Yeah.
I'm slightly going over the speed limit because I don't want to get a ticket because that would be wasting some money.
Hey, Antonio.
Yes.
What happens if I press this red button?
Don't press that red button.
What happens if I press this red button?
Don't press the red button.
I need an
Okay, I
annoyance
press the red
roll
button, I
from.
press the red button.
I need an annoyance roll from Wesley, please.
Oh God!
Gladly.
Please tell me
is-
he does the calamity roll. No.
This is this is going to be versus your moves or your driving. I think driving is applicable here. You are in control of the car. Oh!
No! Don't touch! Don't!
The red button is pushed. What happens?
It gets slightly warmer.
Can we? You know what?
Turns the aircon on.
Turn on like those old school vans with the lights.
Oh yeah.
Kenny G starts playing.
Can it start closing the sunroof that Chad is hanging out of? I don't repress it. It's broken.
I'm trying to pull him down. It's not working.
I'm gonna try to just like pry myself open, like tearing the roof apart.
Now you're not transformed yet. So basically, when this happens, you have the Mook status. The Mook status. So you've got effectively a brawn of 2. So go ahead and try and use your 2 dice to rip apart the car. It's basically impossible, but go for it.
Hey, you know what? Might as well give it a shot.
You might get some exploding dice. You never know. A 9. Nothing happens at all. There's just a lot of.
When I see him prying it, can I then hit the red button again to save it? Just.
Chad Hard Metal falls back into the car.
What did I tell you about sticking your head out the window?
Okay?
What the heck, man?
I just pointed to Compy. Well, he's not a Compy right now, but I pointed at the Compy.
And Wesley.
I point at Wesley.
Sure. After the shenanigans throughout the entire Prius car trip, you arrive at Police HQ. You can see that police cars are kind of like rushing out of the station, and the station in general is fairly busy. People are getting harassed by police officers, etc. But you know where Commissioner Bob's office is, and you head right there. Who's in first? Who walks through the door first?
Who's the most charismatic? I think that would be.
I will.
I am.
Okay. I hold him back. Like he tries to take the lead, and I just put my hand on his shoulder like he's my child, and I just no. Let her. That's okay.
Hello, Commissioner, and it's us again. I hear you need help.
Oh, look at you. Okay, well, good thing you're here, Rad Rangers. I could use some help. All of us here can. You can see that Commissioner Bob is sort of a portly guy. He's got like some big red suspenders, and his pants are kind of a bit like Krusty the Clown. You know, they don't really fit on him. He's got them kind of pulled up, and he's got like a few wisps of comb over hair, but otherwise he's bald, and he's got like a thick mustache, and he says, "Oh, we've got some trouble. Okay, well, I don't know where to begin, but it looks like
the beginning.
Ninjas have kidnapped the president."
Oh my god.
Again?
No.
I know. It's
This is
so
the fourth
inconvenient
time
and
this
horrible.
season.
Why is the local police dealing with this?
Well,
What happened to the Secret Service?
the Secret
you have
Service
any
has been
muffins that are
wiped out.
chocolate?
What have been wiped out?
Wiped out by
Oh, no.
ninjas.
Texas Ninjas.
They're
That's
so
crazy.
annoying. They're everywhere now.
I don't even know how they did it.
So what do they want?
Well, from what I understand, some of the detectives on my squad have brought it to my attention that we may in fact be dealing with a vampire.
Vampire?
Wow, that sucks. Am I right?
Now is not the time.
They really, really did suck, yeah.
I'm just
a
rubbing the
very
bridge.
serious
I'm just
moment.
rubbing the
Oh, I
bridge.
get it.
Okay.
Chad has found a
Vampire
trick.
and ninjas. I can't believe it. This is just the craziest day.
Don't even worry. I've handled ninjas and vampires and everything you can imagine many times. It's not a worry.
What I need to find out is if you're rad enough Rangers to save the president.
I mean, obviously,
Probably.
what do they want?
Of
Ransom?
course,
I can
we're
pay.
the
Probably.
Rangers.
Yeah.
I think we're rad enough.
Yeah, we're pretty
we-
cool.
They're
Of
demanding
course.
$1 trillion for the return of the president.
Oh,
I start
damn.
checking my wallet.
We could just pay that off now.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be easier?
That's way easier. Yeah.
Go ahead and make a wealth roll.
Can I roll to see if I have that in my wallet?
Yeah, go ahead and make a wealth roll.
$1 million bills.
Oh, that's kind of a
two.
shitty one. Damn.
Imagine that calamity.
Unfortunately,
Jesus.
you only have 100 million in your wallet right now.
Dude.
I'd have to move some money around. I mean, I have it, but it's gonna take 3 to 4 days to clear.
No, listen. If we pay them, they will never stop. We have to take care of them now.
Didn't they say they would return him if you gave him $1 trillion?
Yeah, I mean,
What
they
are you
said
talking
literally,
about?
like,
Yeah, but then
this
they're
is
gonna
how
do
we
it
will stop.
again, and then.
That's
Well,
true.
listen,
They've done this
the
4 times.
president-
They have $3 trillion now. So
The
we
president
have, like-
isn't a bank. We can't just bail him out.
If he's
No, but
in
he
a
is.
bank, then why don't they just get the money from there?
Yeah, if he's in a bank,
This
then they
is
put
just
the
too
money.
crazy. We can't do things like that. We need to
Oh.
save the president and stop the
Why?
ninjas and the vampire.
This is unrelated, but do you have any chocolate muffins? These banana
That's
nut
it.
muffins are not doing it for me.
I don't even know where you got those.
Found them. Was hungry.
Sounds like
That's
we need
not a
we
banana
need you to
muffin.
use a karma token
That's-
here,
it's a
Chad.
bar of soap.
We're gonna use.
Not eating a muffin.
We're gonna have a flashback moment for Chad. You're gonna use a karma token. Let's go
my
ahead and
God.
we're gonna rewind here. Chad, we're gonna figure out where Chad got this muffin.
I'm so hoping he stole this from a homeless person outside or something.
So we see the camera just rewind.
As Chad and the group are walking towards the police station, a shady fellow in a long trench coat comes to Chad and says, "Hey, you looking to score something?" Chad thinks he means like a video game or something. Well, what are you on about? So he peddles something to Chad, and Chad willingly accepts it, gives him $50 that he found stuffed behind the car seat and in the car.
What the car
And,
seats are filled with. It's just
And so I guess he's got this brown paper bag and he's gotten a muffin from the stranger.
Chad has eaten a suspicious muffin off of the stranger from the street. What a flashback, everybody. Good flashback. Okay.
The stranger turns around and his eyes turn red
Yes.
And he
as
pulls up
Chad
the
is
hood.
walking away. Yeah, he pulls up a hood.
And then we
Just
see like
slinks.
Chad, we see the camera like slowly like zoom out to Chad's face and he's like,
As he slowly turns into a vampire.
Or the
Turns into a
president.
bat.
We're not sure.
All right,
Oh,
well,
I'm sure that
where's
muffin's
the president
fine, Chad.
at?
Where's the president?
well, nearest we can tell is that he's been taken to Transylvania.
Again?
I hate Transylvania.
It's so far away.
We've
The
booked you
cereal's not that good.
We've booked you some tickets on the Transylvania Express train.
Train. Why should we take a train? When
Well,
we
I'm
have
kind of
the-
like, does the train board here? Because there's an ocean in the way.
Well, no, you have to fly to get to the train. But you fly to get to the train, and then the train can take you to
One stop.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
I get it.
right.
Fort Castle.
Oh,
I get it.
all right. Well, back to the Prius.
That's right. We're on a mission.
Can we
Montage.
can we get back inside the Prius and then I say go Dino Craft, go Dino Aircraft, and like in the parking lot it just like starts expanding and like starts crushing the buildings as it like starts to raise. Like, I don't give a shit. Send me the bill.
It's like this scene. We get another montage scene of everybody strapping into the vehicle again. You know, like the same positions, and then like this like dramatic like button press, and you do your catchphrase there, Antonio.
Go Dino Craft, go Dino Aircraft.
This like horrible like transformation happens. Like all the panels open. Ow! There's like a homeless person. Ah!
They explode.
there's a horrific like splat.
Let's go, gang.
I thought we were, when we're full size and it's a full size aircraft, I still would like the seats to be incredibly packed together.
Everything else is just engines and a wine bar.
Yeah.
The wine bar is super ostentatious. And the aircraft, like this horrific dino wagon. What is this? What does the transformed version look like on the outside?
Oh God, easy. Go with the Avengers aircraft.
It's exactly the same.
I modeled it after it because I really like the movie.
It's like, I want one of those.
Yeah.
I want
Someone
one
went
of
and
those.
invented it.
Yeah, they don't exist. Not yet. Here's Monday.
The Dino Wagon aircraft version begins to fly off. Let's see. I need some. I think I need a roll from you, Antonio. I guess driving would work. You want to do driving, and remember, you do still have 6 karma tokens.
So okay, so I want to make sure, so I can use it to do a rollback. I can
Well,
do
you
it
can
to
add a die if you'd like.
add a die.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
okay, or defeat a calamity. Okay.
Okay, on a 10 on a 3d6. So, the piloting like through the buildings and stuff is like super dangerous. We just see like the craft like smack into a few buildings along the way, like
Yeah.
debris raining down. There's people like walking below. You know, like horrific scenes. just like windows falling on people, broken glass.
Can I have like some sort of drones? Can I have some sort of drones set up to like every time there's a civilian injury or anything like
Lawsuit
that?
drone?
Yeah, like a lawsuit drone that just it sends them a card that says "Send me the bill to this address." Like, here you are, and it just like goes back up.
Oh God!
Oh, it's so good.
The aircraft takes off and weaves through the buildings. Like Antonio's just like he's having problems just controlling the craft at all. Yeah, I think you realize that Chad is hanging out the sunroof again.
Chad!
Woo!
Oh God!
I just once more unleash my battle cry, Tetsu! As we're blasting through.
Yeah, it's like the Team Rocket thing. It goes off into a sparkle in the sky.
Hearts are just like flying behind the aircraft. And after a several-hour trip, you arrive in Transylvania.
So, question: do we have to take the train for plot purposes, or can I just fly us to where we need to go?
You've been told that the train is the way to go.
Gotcha. Then we will follow the orders.
Yeah. Maybe you ran out of fuel or something. Like by the time you get there, like you just had barely enough fuel. Like you see the little like gas dial.
Yeah.
Just like bling, 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 bling. You know that you used up.
We should have had more than enough gas to go around the world a few times. I want to look up, and I assume Chad has like been stupid, and he like pulled up the gas canisters. We've been leaking gas the whole fucking time.
He's been drinking it.
You see Chad with like a lighter, and he can't get it lit. Like,
Chad, no.
Yeah, what? No, what? No, what? Come on!
I need that. I have to borrow it for something very quickly.
Fine.
Thank you. I just fucking pull it out. I just throw the lighter out the top.
the lighter,
no fun.
like we see the lighter tumble out of the aircraft. It hovers in midair for a second, and then like the flame like
Oh yeah.
ignites the trail behind the aircraft. This horrific fireball goes off just in time for Antonio to run out of gas while you guys are still trying to reach the airport.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
The engine stalls.
What's
Go,
below
go,
us?
Gadget.
Land or water?
land.
People.
You see a whole bunch of trees and stuff. Yeah, there's like all these coniferous trees below you.
Which one of us is a pterodactyl?
Yeah, who's got wings?
I don't think any one of us.
No one has wings.
Uh,
Oh God! All right, hold on. Don't worry, I can take care of this. No, that's not it. One of these buttons does it. Hold on, one of these guys does it over here. Oh God! Oh God, that's not good. I'd look at everybody and I just say, brace for impact.
I have an idea.
Base!
Can I transform like at will?
You can.
We?
Okay, I want to transform out my little thing. Be like,
oh my god.
Inside the dino wagon, or are you doing this outside? Where are you doing this?
Are you making
I'm trying to make
a parachute?
Yeah.
How are you doing it?
oh God. I transform, the thing pops out,
The
and I'm gonna
horrific.
try
And by the way, every time they transform, it's horrific. Like there's this horrible, like old school Wolfman like transformation, like bones breaking and snapping and like folding,
Screaming.
like yeah,
Blood.
yeah.
Okay. Grab onto me. I'm sure this will work.
No.
Wait,
It's
you
not.
want us? You want us to? You want us to jump on you and ditch the aircraft?
It's either that or stay in the car, I say, and I
Yes.
just grab on.
Okay.
I grab onto.
Come on. I'm free.
Can
grab
I
on.
set up before I jump onto her? Can I set up like any sort of like reverse polarity, like try to be smart, like reverse polarity emergency parachute, like
Sure.
here we
And
go.
all of us jump onto her and parachute down while he just lands safely because it's got the ability to land safely, but we all do this.
I just turn around like I'm not gonna do that.
He's got all kinds of safety
We're
mechanisms
like
involved.
screaming and falling. She's like on a. We're all hanging onto her.
Just for the sake of it.
Leave him! He won't make it!
Just for the sake of it, Antonio, make a smarts roll.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh no! No! It's a one.
I just wanted to see if it was a calamity or not. Yeah, you paid out the ass for this thing. It's got plenty of safety. There's parachutes and yeah, there's like that Demolition Man foam that shoots in like, squirts in and like the safety foam. And meanwhile, we see the other 5 like jump out. Like there's this skydiving scene where there's like you're all like holding on to Sandra, who's just the flaps are yeah.
Chad, not now.
What?
I'm just picturing Chad as always as the electric guy from My Hero. The nice.
Sandra, I definitely need a roll for this. This is going to be ultra difficult. Let's see.
Hope you're ready to add that karma roll.
What do you think this is? What skill do you think you're trying to use here? What stat? What focus? What's happening?
I guess moves.
Oh yeah. Okay. Go ahead and roll your
is not
moves.
good.
Now, again, if you'd like to add a die, you can use some karma.
Yeah, can I do that?
Yeah.
I would like to do that now.
Okay. We're removing the karma.
So it's
Show your
3d6
moves.
now.
Yeah, so a
right?
3d6 instead of a 2.
Oh,
Oh, and you got an exploding die in there. So
Oh.
a 14 is going to make this beat a normal difficulty roll. However, I would categorize this as Herculean, which
can
requires a 30 or more.
Can I see them falling as after I assume I land before they did because I was plummeting a bit faster and they're trying to parachute?
Yeah. I would just like to clarify before you say this, because I'm just now reading this and it's hilarious. A Herculean roll example counts as walk a tightrope, fill out a tax form, jump a car across a canyon. Those are all equal in difficulty, apparently.
The tax form I'll agree with.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you're trying to do what now here, Antonio? You see that they're just falling like rocks.
I kind of want to my gate and I just kind of like walk out and I just like have a cup of coffee like what? Oh my god! I want to get out my phone. I want to get out my phone and like launch some sort of like either you said like the demolition pad. I want to launch like a landing pad, but like made of that stuff.
Oh, the safety foam from Demolition Man.
Yeah. I want to just like all
right, give me a wealth roll.
Does he even have to at this point?
Yes, he does. We need to see if a calamity occurs. Yes.
Oh, true.
Calamity! Now you can, if you want, you can sacrifice a karma token if you don't want the calamity to happen.
Okay, so now you know what? I'm going to let the calamity happen because the team is the one that decides it, and they're deciding their own fate right now.
Okay.
I spilled coffee on the thing. I'm like, oh, shit!
We land right on him. That's what happens.
Yeah.
No!
Make it to the side!
You look up and we're all just coming right for you.
He like makes a perfect coffee with foam and a little marshmallow and a little thing on it. It's like the perfect thing.
He's
and
got
then
it.
just this.
He made an ankylosaur on the out of the foam, like out of the top, like with the milk.
It's like perfect, and he takes one step to the left, and then we hit him. We just crush him, and we're all completely fine, and he's all mangled up. And
that was a close one, guys.
Yeah, you're gonna take 6 damage there, Antonio.
Oh god. Okay, I have 1 health left. Oh no.
Oh no, how's the rich guy? Is he okay?
Oh, sorry about
so
that,
good.
dude.
Get the medical bag.
So we see the parachutes like launch from the dino wagon, and sort of you float down eventually as Antonio's like horribly mangled like from the landing of all of you, and you hear this stifled "Get medical bag."
Get the medical bag.
No.
I reach for the med kit and try to patch up Antonio's wounds as best
I'm sorry,
I can.
you try and do what? I'm sorry, did a T-Rex just say it tries to reach for anything?
Well,
She's not in T-Rex form
I'm
right
not
now.
a T-Rex yet. Not yet, so I still have my arms.
I still like the
can
idea that her
reach.
arms are slightly...
Please stop arguing right now and get the medical bag.
Yes. And I attend to his wounds.
We'll find out how well you tend to his wounds after we take a little bit of a break. Take a little bit of a break here. That was an hour and a half of ridiculous adventure.
Oh my gosh.
That went
This
so
is
fast.
so fun.
That
I
went
love
so
that
fast.
the final scene of this is already going to be us like getting to the castle.
Yeah.
You know, your time is up, Dracula. Find out what happens next week on
Freeze
this one
frame.
shot.
So good.
So make sure that you all are checking out the system called Awfully Cheerful Engine. I believe the website is just that, awfullycheerfulengine.com. It is awfullycheerfulengine.com. You can go check it out. It's got a coming soon link, but it should be out reasonably soon. Yeah, it's coming to Kickstarter basically this coming year, and info about how you can purchase it and all that stuff is going to be on the Kickstarter. So make sure you go check that out. Head on over to the webpage. And help out Morris, who's a really awesome guy. He runs EN World, which is the home of the Ennies. If you guys are ever hear about the Ennies, that's where they come from. Tabletop role-playing stuff abounds there. Go check it out, and definitely check out the system because it's super fun and super silly. But we're gonna take a little bit of a break. We'll be back in a few minutes for more of this sponsored one shot. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Radioactive Adventure Dinosaurs, the sponsored one shot that we are doing with the Awfully Cheerful engine created by Morris of EN World. And I thought just before we'd hop back into things, we can mention that the way that the system is going to be working is there's going to be adventures that you will be able to play, things you'll be able to check out on the Kickstarter. They'll release like comic books, like 1, 2, 3, and there'll be different adventures. There'll be like different one-shots that you can take part in. And they'll have stuff like the Raiders of Cutty Sark, I think was one of them.
That's hysterical if you're from the UK, by the way. Can I just say, I'm assuming Morris, much like me and many children from in and around London when they were kids, had to go to the Cutty Sark no less than 10 times on school trips. It's like an ancient boat ship that's moored up somewhere in London that every child had to go to it, and it's so boring and terrible and horrendous. So the Raiders of the Cutty Sark made me laugh out loud when I saw it first time, but I feel like it could be a lost joke on some of you Americans. They're like, we don't know what a boat is. Just a big bit of land. We live on an island. Never mind.
There's a bunch of different ones that are currently displayed on the site, like Spirits of Manhattan, Raiders of the Cutty Sark. There's also Captain's Log, Strange Science. There's a whole bunch. So go check it out. And it's just silly action, adventure, and fun. As you can see here today, it's extremely easy to jump into and get the hang of and check it out. So, that being said, we rejoin the group as they have landed somewhere in the forest. There's trees that are like just knocked down. There's like pine needles and stuff like everywhere where the dino wagon has come down. The parachutes are kind of flopped over the top, and then we see like the little doors where the parachutes have blown out from. They suddenly suck in like with a winch. The parachute like pops back in and close up shop. Jem, you are trying.
Yes.
You are trying to repair the damage that has been done to the spine of Antonio Bentley.
Spine.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Can my like bones be like shattered and sticking out of my flesh? Like,
Oh, jeez.
I'm not sure if you can fix that.
Probably not, but I'll do what I can to ease the pain.
So what is this first aid sort of kit look like here, Jem? What do you have in your hand?
Well, it's pretty basic. I'd say it would attend to like maybe much smaller wounds. There's some really cute looking band-aids, Hello Kitty band-aids in there. What are these? And I pull out something that looks rather phallic, and I turn to.
they're suppositories.
Oh.
You'll need one of those first.
I'm gonna need one.
Yeah?
I'm gonna need at least 2 of them.
Oh, okay. And I use it.
There you go. Don't be shy. It's
Just lie on your side.
I
Yes.
turn my head and cough as it happens.
Yep.
Okay, hopefully this is working.
It's a slow dissolve. It'll happen in a second.
Yeah, go
I
ahead
would like
and
to use a karma point.
No, for what?
So with the karma points, they're on page 15 of the book of what you can do. Are you instigating a flashback, maybe?
I am.
Okay. So we're gonna.
Oh, no.
So we see the camera like zoom in on Wesley as we turn back the clock. What happened, Wesley, in the past?
I replaced all of the suppositories that heal with suppositories that are a diuretic.
That's a laxative.
A laxative. And then I also coated them in just a light sprinkling of itching powder. And so there's just this one day where they're all watching like a movie, but I'm behind the sofa opening the med pack and like taking all of the healing suppositories out and replacing them with laxatives and sprinkling each one, and then I go and place it back into the place where it is in the Go-Go Dino Ranger Dodge Ram Bentley Prius. Whatever
Go
it is.
ahead and make an annoyance roll, please, Wesley.
Can I
remember?
You
can.
He's gonna flash back the flashback.
Can I use a karma to counter his karma? You fool! I was expecting you to do this.
Let's finish. We need the annoyance roll first.
I got it, an 18.
Okay, an 18. All right. So yeah, it would be considered, I think, a normal difficulty. You've done this thing. But then we go into like the movie room. We go into the Inception like flashback of Antonio. What have you done, Antonio?
Oh, God. Okay. Shit. I don't know. I just want to know if it was possible. Can I? Oh God. As you know what? Oh God. No, I don't know what to do. Can I have some sort of security drone that like shows like where it's supposed to get put back, and it saw that somebody altered it, and it intervenes like some sort of police bot?
Does it look like the thing from Rocky IV? That robot that hits on Paulie?
Yeah.
You know the one that I'm talking about? It's got the big bumblebee head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Citizen, what are you doing?
We see Wesley like with the medicine kit in his hand.
Checking the supplies.
We're gonna need from Antonio, I think. I think this is gonna be a smarts roll, probably.
Oh fuck me! Oh God! Just as long
Unless
as
you
I
want to
don't...
try to argue something else.
Oh God!
And you still have 5 karma tokens left as well.
Oh God!
Guys
I
have
want to
tons
save
of
them and never use them. Oh God! I don't know. Driving wealth? No. How smart would the thing be? How much money would I have spent on the bot? Wealth? I have no idea. Fuck it, I'll choose smarts. I'm about to have diarrhea everywhere.
Can
I only
you use
have a
another-
1d6.
Oh, it's so close. You still have a karma token. You can use a karma token to add a die.
I'm gonna use a karma token. I gotta add on to this. Here we go. 1d6.
It's a tie. So, I think what we need then is to see who is going to. You could spend another one if you want. If either of you wants to spend one.
I will.
Oh, I kind of want to let the I kind of want to let the DM resolve whatever the tiebreaker is going to be, because I don't know.
Okay. You have 5 seconds to comply.
Can I use my annoyance skill on the robot?
We're still trying to determine what has happened here. So we still need. This is a contested roll, basically. Your annoyance versus the robot.
Right, but I thought that during the contesting, I can annoyance it to give myself, to frustrate it away from.
You've
to frustrate
already
it
done
so much that I
You've
win.
already done
I want
one
to tilt
roll.
the robot out.
You've already done one annoyance roll, so you can add on to it if you want to spend it. If you want to spend a karma token, you can.
No, I won't.
Okay. Hi. So, I think what happens here is the security robot has caught Wesley red-handed, and Wesley's trying to cover this up. He's trying to hide it, but the security robot has caught Wesley, and we see the security robot basically say,
Wesley Cunningham, it appears that you have removed the first aid kit. You have been caught performing questionable actions. This is your 74th occurrence.
Can I use a karma die whack?
Oh no! Why? No! Don't you me!
So, Karma, are you going to instigate a flashback as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Remember this betrayal.
I would like to see this happening and realize that his prank has now been stopped. And I'm gonna grab the med kit and try to act like I'm trying to whisk it away from him and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing this again. And I just can't believe this. Go sit in the timeout chair and I'm gonna take it. I'll handle this. Don't worry. I'll put it somewhere safe. And I'm gonna do the same thing that he was trying to do.
Can somebody else
So
come
it
to
hasn't
my
been
aid,
changed?
please?
It hasn't been changed. It's still just the med kit, that's been tampered with. So it's sitting
Okay,
in
then
your
I'll just
hands,
take it.
and the robot's
Yeah.
like looking at you, and it says,
Sandra, Kent. The medkit must return to its proper place. It
Okay.
appears that Wesley has tampered with it.
Yes, I'm going to go look through it, figure out what he's done, fix that, and put it back in its place when it's back to normal.
go ahead and make a bluffing roll.
Oh my gosh!
And this is, I think this isn't a contested roll here. This is just going to be you have to beat this difficulty.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna look at the difficulty
Karma.
here.
Immediate karma.
Well, it's a calamity.
It's a calamity. So you can spend a karma if you would like to negate the calamity.
No. For the audience, I won't.
There's one rule.
Okay.
Yep.
So I would consider this a hard difficulty, which is beating a 20, and you did. However, a calamity occurs. Everyone else, what has happened?
She goes to open it up,
Yeah.
and
Affect like powder, like
it
spurts out or
explodes.
something.
Yeah, all this itchy powder
And laxative.
and laxative just explodes.
She eats one of the laxative, the rectal suppositories.
Thought it was a cookie.
Oh God.
I'm so happy.
So, Sandra, yeah, we see this like horrific scene like an hour later of Sandra just like rushing to the bathroom, like and horrible noises coming out of the bathroom, and Wesley's just contented. And then we flash forward, back into the present, where we see that I think that the med kit has been replaced because it was all used up by Sandra.
Yeah.
I would like to spend a karma point.
We're not gonna not let this happen, are we?
How many have I got left? One?
No, you got four
wait,
left.
Then I would like to flash back to, that was 2 weeks ago. 1 week ago. They're watching the second Dark Knight movie. This time, they were watching Dark Knight 1, now they're watching whatever the second one's called, with Heath Ledger in it. He's like, I just want to see the world burn. And I'm behind the sofa, replacing the rectal suppositories that heal with rectal suppositories that cause laxative, that is a laxative, covered in itching powder.
Oh, no way, dude.
Oh my God. I would like to use
That's
a
crazy.
karma point. This motherfucker. After the 74th incident of him trying to replace these with itchy powders, I upped the security on all medical everything in the facility to require a thumb scan of me so he can no longer access any. When he goes to open it, it says invalid ID.
All right, I think we're gonna need roll-offs here. So we're gonna need, I think, a wealth roll from Antonio probably. And let's see, what does Wesley get here?
Oh my God, that's a shitty ass roll.
I guess this would be another annoyance roll, I think. Well, actually, I think it's a smarts roll. It's the same thing for you. Oh. Okay. So, Wesley, you go to the medkit area. You see the thumbprint scanner. What do you do?
I use another flashback. We flash back to the previous week when he was making the thumb scanner. That night, you see Wesley creeping into the room while he's asleep. I got a piece of clear plastic. I place it over his thumb, and I take a copy of his thumbprint. We flash back to a week ahead, and I put it on the machine.
We need to roll. This is a moves. This is a moves roll.
All right, 25.
So, yeah, that's a success, I think. So you've made a copy thumbprint of Antonio's thumbprint.
I put it on the machine. It opens. I replace the suppositories with my laxative itching powder suppositories.
And then we flash forward.
And I'm sitting there.
No escape.
So, let's see. I need to figure out where the roll started.
I'm just trying to debate if I want to use another flashback. This son of a bitch.
It hasn't worked the last 2 times.
At this point.
It's just here's more, Ben. You can't.
Let's see. We're gonna need a roll, I think, from Gem, and we're gonna need a roll from Antonio in a second. Gem, you're trying to heal Antonio. I think this is a smarts roll, probably.
Yeah, and
What if
I'm
this
not
kills him?
very smart, and
It's
I
probably
don't
gonna
even
kill
know
me,
what these
yeah.
things do. I have no idea that these have been replaced. So
Yeah.
15.
Ooh, you did get a 6 in there, so that exploded to a 15. Let's see how Antonio handles this situation. So, Antonio, surrounded in itching powder, this laxative is placed gently inside of you.
I'm thankful initially until I realized that once again the annoying little compy has outwitted me.
There's a little uncomfortable after a second here.
It's supposed to feel good, but it doesn't feel good. It doesn't
I
feel
walk over to him
better?
while he's on the ground, and I rest an arm on his head because he can't move because he's dying, and I just pull the piece of plastic out with his thumbprint on it, and I nod my head, and then I walk away. I leave it with him.
Can I? Fuck. I'm not healed, so I'm assuming I can't really move all that well.
What we're gonna need first is a tough roll, I think.
This took me an entire year.
I'm on.
Every night.
A 28 is not enough, unfortunately.
What?
Yeah, this is a Herculean task to resist the effects of this horrific pill.
I would not expect to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, immediately your butt starts itching horribly, like it feels like a hemorrhoid from hell, and there is probably a horrific sound happening from Antonio.
3,
Gem.
2.
Oh no,
What?
what's that? You
Can
have
I-
the rumblies.
I do that thing. You remember in Iron Man 1 where he turns around and the fucking thing explodes behind him to show off his master plan arms dealing thing? I do that as I turn to the others while Jem is like looking down.
Oh
This is my design.
Can I?
This is my greatest art.
When I hear him counting down, can I shift my body so I'm aiming at him?
This is a moves, I think. Okay. Unfortunately, with one die, if you rolled a 6, you had a chance. Basically, I think it was a 10 that you had to beat to try and aim. But also, Wesley has a ridiculously high defense. So.
I do a cartwheel out of the way.
As the 3, 2, 1, and I know what's gonna happen all over Gem. Can I just have like a tear fall, with this music playing and on the speakers?
We fast forward like an hour later. This like horrific like hazmat cleanup scene has occurred. We see the kawaii look in Jem's eyes is struggling to stay in there. The hearts are probably a bit broken-hearted now that are flying around her.
There are flies flying around her instead of hearts.
She's broken on the inside. And slightly traumatized.
I'm mad we spent an hour of Brad just trying to get me to shit myself.
Worth.
Welcome to the game.
This is my favorite show I've ever been a part of.
So, after the cleanup has occurred and several of the maintenance bots have been deployed, you've finally recovered enough to, I think, go ahead and roll a d6 here for me, Antonio. Okay, a 5. You recover 5 HP.
Okay, I'm back up to 6. All right.
You've also probably lost maybe like 10 pounds because of what just occurred. It's just a horrific scene. Yeah, you guys are stuck in the woods here. You've been directed to go to the train station here in Transylvania to find your way to the tomb of Vlad the Impaler.
Okay.
You're stuck in the woods. What do you do?
I look at Jem.
I also look at Jem.
I also
look at Jem.
Chad's looking right at Jem.
I feel this wave of like overwhelmedness, and I just immediately transform into a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
A horrific transformation takes place.
Yes. Diarrhea and rainbow.
Oh, God.
This. Okay. And then with my tiny arms, I try to point a certain direction. I think we should go that way. Maybe.
Is she trying to point at something?
I think
I can't tell which way.
She's kind of always pointing the same way. There's not really.
Right there.
Yeah, could you just transform again?
Can you come back and then point and then transform back?
Yes.
Could you point with your nose?
Is there like a
Point with your
downtime?
nose.
But over there.
Oh, that way. Okay.
Yes. I'm pointing north in hopes that that's the right direction.
Okay, I think we need a roll. Let's see.
She sounded
For
really
the point.
confident.
Can you point? Roll.
This is a point to find out if it's the right way. Yeah. What do you have anything that could help you here? Otherwise, this is a smarts roll, I think.
Yeah, I probably think it's piloting. I don't think so. All right, smarts.
What are
we'll
you
go with
piloting?
Wait, were you supposed to be flying the ship? When it transforms?
Did you have piloting this entire time?
Oh no!
He drives
back to
new
that.
pilot.
But no, he drives.
I love the idea that, like, when it transformed into the fucking airship version, she had a full control console around her and still didn't do it.
Yep.
And Antonio had to kind of get on, like, this weird joystick, this, like, second-hand gamer joystick, and he was like, I guess I'll do it.
Like the driver's ed teacher controls.
So, I think that we're gonna let's see. Oh, was that your roll? 2d6.
Yes,
Okay,
14.
14. All right. Let's see here.
Do I know the way?
You point, and the rest of you follow, I assume, or what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yep. Going
If
right
she's
there.
actually in T-Rex form, can I actually just like climb up on the tail?
Go ahead.
I climb up on the tail and I look over at the compy and I'm like, I see why you like this so much.
Yeah, and then I climb on his back.
Chad attempts to climb on the on Wesley's
Attempt
back.
to join.
I don't want to be left out, guys.
We're all attached to her tail as she's just moving through the
Just cutting down trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are the horrific path that's been knocked out of the T-Rex's the way that she's walking.
Again, there's some tourists out there.
Sorry.
Crushes like a cottage.
Yeah.
Vacation home.
There's like an old
Those
couple.
German Transylvanians.
They're like an old couple like holding hands and like having some like hot cocoa or something. There's like a little tiny fire, and then this Tyrannosaurus foot.
Oh, sorry. We'll put it on the tab.
There's like a horrific scene where he's just where like the husband is just like, Mary.
And we just
keep walking. And then the music sort of like kicks up as you continue your walk through the forest. A horrific T-Rex walk through the forest. And up ahead you can in fact see a train station.
Oh.
Isn't that
See, I
what
trusted you all along.
Oh, nice. All right, who's got the tickets?
I thought you had the tickets.
I thought you had the ticket.
Chad had the tickets.
No,
No, dude, you had the tickets.
And Jem had
Chad-
the tickets, I'm pretty
Chad
sure.
had them.
I didn't take
No, I didn't.
Somebody had the tickets.
No, but I saw Antonio have them.
I'm kidding,
I'm
I have
sorry.
the ticket. I have
Oh,
the
you have the ticket?
I've always had the ticket.
Don't be that guy.
Did,
Come on.
did I
Why are you
lose the
gonna be like that?
tickets?
No,
No,
you
he
didn't.
has the tickets. We're fine.
Wait, yeah, didn't
Do,
Wesley
do
just
I
say
have the
he had
tickets?
You
I
have the
have
tickets?
the ticket.
No, you don't have the tickets.
I didn't think we needed tickets.
I don't have the ticket.
Of course we
It's
need
a
tickets.
train.
No. Wait, we need to-
Maybe if we
Wesley has
ask
the
nicely.
tickets. He already said he has the tickets.
I have
Oh, you have the tickets, Antonio?
I bring the
If I say I have the tickets, do I have them? Oh, okay.
Oh, there they are. Okay.
You're
what
just
time
standing
did
there while
Terry
we're
leave?
all arguing,
Yeah.
holding them.
Oh, there they are.
So who is actually claiming to have the tickets? Is it Chad?
Chad has
Me.
the tickets, but he doesn't
We both
realize he
do.
We
has
need to
them.
roll, Chad. Go ahead and make a styles roll.
Sweet.
This won't be that hard. This is considered a normal roll. You got to beat a 10. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Please tell me we left them all the way back in the states.
U-turn.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Big Tex is like standing looking at the desk, and there's like six.
What are
tickets.
these?
The fridge is open, stove is on.
No, you close the fridge. The stove is on now.
Yeah.
These
There's
crazy
suppositories
kids, they
everywhere.
left the stove on again. Oh, well. Train tickets? What?
So wait, we don't have.
what
Nobody
do we
has
do?
the tickets, really.
Oh my god.
No. I think I can take care of this if just give me a moment. And I'll head up and I'm gonna try and sweet talk somebody.
Okay. Just a random person walking around.
No. Somebody that might
I feel like I have to check with this group. You never know.
Yeah, no, somebody that looks like maybe they have a hat on or a name tag or something to signify that they're with the train company. I don't know.
Okay,
The
yeah.
Transylvanian Northern Rail Service.
It's
Yes.
It's Transylvanian Express Rail. So it's TER.
Sure hope
Or no,
you speak.
TEX. It's TEX. It's Transylvanian Express Railroad. Yes.
That's cool.
Romanian? Do you need? Is it where Transylvania is?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, listen,
All
you're
right.
the one that aced the geography and bully today, okay? You're the one
I
that's
did,
supposed to
thank
know these
you. It
things.
was amazing. I actually know my
You
way
think I
around.
know? I'm American. Please.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we don't
No
know
way.
shit.
We get a pass. We're American.
Yeah.
So,
Don't you know where this is from? No, I'm American.
You go ahead and try and find somebody with a hat and a name tag. I think this is a roll. Yeah, go ahead and make a smarts roll.
Okay. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you find there's a ticket agent. There's just like a window.
Okay. I'll go up to it.
You can see that there is somebody that looks just like Tex, except he's got a little conductor's hat on.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Hi, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Sandra. I came all the way here and realized that we left the tickets at home. Now?
Well, you can buy some more.
One moment, please. I'll be right back. Actually,
I'm hiding.
is there a way you could check the system for our names to verify that we've already purchased them?
Go ahead and make a smarts roll.
Oh my gosh.
That's a calamity.
I shit my pants. I don't know why that's my go-to.
The rest of you get to decide what has happened. What calamity has occurred?
Unfortunately, everyone gets a ticket.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. And we just leave.
Okay.
God,
That's so scary with the face
No,
thing.
stop
Having
that
nightmares.
immediately.
That is the scariest thing I've ever seen. The calamity is that we're in Romania and they've still to invent the wheel, so they definitely don't have any way of verifying tickets that we've purchased in America.
I don't even. They don't speak English. The whole time she's been talking, they actually don't even speak. She thinks she's been understanding, but it's actually they're not speaking English.
Yeah, I think that these are the only words that this Romanian text knows how to say is, well, you probably just need to buy more.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the only English that he says.
He doesn't even know what it means. He just says it as hello, he says it as goodbye.
Hello, buy more. Goodbye.
Hello, buy more. Goodbye. Bathroom?
Buy more.
Hello. I'll just say...
He's looking at you strangely.
One moment. And I'll go back to the group and say, I don't want to be direct, but we need money.
Well, where are we going to get money from?
I don't
know.
I have an idea, guys.
I'm
Yeah.
on my phone.
Guys, hear me out.
I'm selling another company.
I think Bob has some money. I think
Wait,
he's
Rob
got
or
some
Bob?
money.
Those are two very distinct, different characters.
I don't know his name.
Bob.
Is it Rob or Bob? Because if we've got to ask Bob, this is a long trip back. Whereas if we're asking Rob, we can just ask Rob right now. So which is it going to be, Chad? Stay with me.
Chad is like thinking so hard.
His ears are bleeding.
Yeah. He just has a stroke.
He's trying to remember if like there's a line at the R to make a B, or if it's just an R.
Can he have to use a karma point to flash back to when he learned that Bob's name and when he went back to learn?
What's his name?
There's a flashback to the scene earlier on where we were given the quest an hour ago. God.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Can I
Wack
take a
just ended
stack?
the stream, I think.
No, I'm waiting for you.
Can I take a stack of cash and I'll like slip it into Robert's pocket? That way, so he actually does have cash.
Sure. Give me. Give me a moves roll.
Oh Jesus Christ! I drop it on the floor.
I take it.
I would also like to try to take it then.
Okay, so first and foremost, I think, let's see, perception from Wesley and from Robert. So if you don't have perception, I don't think, Robert, you just be a smarts roll, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
20.
My character is made to steal money from
Yeah.
Zen.
So, you're looking at the money. You are looking at it, Robert. You see it. You blink and it's gone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
I'm
But
thinking something
Well,
that rhymes with schmambonio might have.
I'm pointing at the copy that very clearly just took the money in front of all.
I am
of us.
in compy form with a wedge of cash in my
Did I
mouth.
see it? Yeah.
Just
Okay.
standing.
There's
like
also
doing
a
that fucking-
T-Rex, by the way, that's just there.
Yeah.
I'm just watching everybody from above.
There's like
People
a
are
tiny little
freaking
like,
out.
train
There's so many-
station and a
Can I?
There's so many people just run. Just running.
I want to pick up the copy
Sometimes I
like I'm
forget.
holding a dodo in Ark, and I want to hand it to Chad and say, "Go buy tickets with this."
do the thing that like lizards do where they like go on their back. But I'm trying to hold on. I'm gripping on with my mouth to the things. I can't say anything to the wedge of cash.
Wait, can I can I try and tickle his stomach so he laughs and it comes out while he's being held up?
Sure, give me a moves.
Okay. Oh.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay. So this does not, unfortunately, beat Wesley's defense of 21.
Oh shoot! Yeah, you're insane. I
Nothing
forgot.
will have me let go of
Yeah,
this
no.
cash.
I just give up. Can't you
Alright.
just carry him over? Just carry him over there.
Can I
Crush Wesley.
Can I carry Wesley with my chompers? Grab its tail
You can
and then
try.
bring it to the counter. Okay.
You can
Yeah,
try.
oh, here it
Hopefully
is.
I don't. Hopefully I don't end up eating him.
At this point, I think Chad is still trying to figure out like who Rob or Bob is, and this
Chad is
startles him.
convulsing on the floor.
Wow,
want to-
expanding.
I
wait,
want to
wait.
crush
Oh,
Wesley.
no.
What were you rolling
I
there?
think I'm about to die.
I rolled
anyway.
Yeah.
moves.
No, this is definitely
oh.
not a moves. This is
Oh,
you
it's
have
not?
a you have a special focus called Maul.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this is
will maul
this is a melee
Wesley.
attack. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
you can go ahead and try and maul. That's a 7d6. Okay.
My
yeah.
defense is 21.
Yeah, Wesley, you're moving along, just kind of waddling about, and suddenly this dark shadow looms over you, and there's like you maybe see a puddle nearby, and you see the ripples start to spread out. You look down, and suddenly this like huge pile of drool lands on you, and then chomp.
I look up just before she does it and I go,
Clever girl.
and then and then can I would like to be killed and eaten and killed.
Gem. Gem, you have eaten Wesley.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I didn't mean to.
There's like a huge portion of the ground that has also been like there's dirt that's just been hollowed out.
Oops!
Ooh, could you?
I swear I'm gonna bring him to the counter.
Try to throw up. Try to like just think of gross
I'm-
things.
Put your fingers
Think
in
of
your.
I'm gonna
what happened
try
earlier
and,
with Antonio. He's pooping everywhere uncontrollably. Oh, the smell
Yeah.
is hitting you.
Yeah.
and
Remember
the
the
thought
smell.
of that grosses
Oh.
me out, and I start regurgitating like a cat coughing up a hairball, and I will hopefully cough out Wesley.
And she
Okay.
got me out in 2 parts.
One arm.
And just money. It's just spit, blood, 2 parts of me, and a load of cash. And like part of a random villager.
I think if
an
that was a
arm. Remember that
calamity, I think if that was a calamity, that could have happened. You spit Wesley out. He's just like covered in dirt and drool and slime.
Gem! Stop doing that!
I tried to help.
It's so fucking scary!
Can I take the cash if he's no longer able to hold on to it? Like
Yeah.
just, I'll take that. I take out 1 bill and I give it back to him.
Thank you.
Oh my God, Chad!
That's why I was
here,
crying. I wasn't crying from the fear.
I'm
I was
pinching
crying
it.
because I lost the money.
I'm Chad. Here, take this and go buy tickets. Chad, take money, go buy tickets.
Chad's gonna transform.
Antonio, one at a time. One thing and then the next, not two. He can't do two simple instructions.
Okay.
Chad's gonna charge the ticket booth.
Here we go again.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Robert, take this and go buy tickets.
Is he charging right now?
No, I'm
he's
charging
charging.
the ticket booth.
Yeah, give me a brawn roll, or if
my
you have
God.
anything else that's more applicable.
No, we'll stick with Braun.
Okay.
Oh god.
You charge the ticket booth, smash! You don't like completely decimate it, but you like crash the roof down. Like, yeah, you see Romanian text like, you must buy more.
Prank.
Goodbye.
A horrible mangled body. Meanwhile, you hear the train like getting ready to leave the station.
Did we just get on the train?
Can we just get on the train? I walk onto the train.
I get on the train. I'm staying in compy form.
I sit on the train. I stay in T-Rex form.
Okay, you sit on the back of the train.
Yes.
I jump in the first wagon I find.
I yelled at Chad. Chad! Chad! I like start tapping my knees like I'm calling my dog. Chad! 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 I hold up an ice cube sandwich. Chad!
Oh. I'll transform right back into a demon.
Horrible drool and nastiness, like slime, like flops off. You're the horrible
retract.
breaking bone noise. His
And
thumbs
naked,
like.
right?
Oh my god, it's Bob.
Get onto the train, Chad.
Okay. Cool, dude.
I hand him the sandwich. It's not actually a sandwich. I was just pretending I was holding a sandwich. And I give him the fake sandwich. Like giving the dog a fake treat. Here you go.
What's it?
I just guide him back onto the train. Get on the
I thought you said you had a... Dude, it's not cool to lie.
Can I... Is there any sort of like food bar? Can we be entering like the food cart section of the train?
Yeah, this is like a nice European train. You know, they have like they have a dining cart probably area.
I want to pantomime. I want to be like, Chad, all yours.
I saw, dude. Yeah?
Saw, dude. All yours, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I hate.
Nice.
I hate talking to him. Yeah, that's saw, dude. Go get some.
Ha ha. True that. And I'll just go to the food bar and gorge myself.
Look at Jem. I'm dead inside.
Well, at least we're on the train now, so
The train-
all good and done.
The train begins to move. There's this like long, awkward train ride. There's been several complaints and whatnot about people in your car, strangely enough, that have been causing some kind of commotion. And yeah, there's been basically you've cleared out the car. Everybody's left the car, and it's just you in here.
Looks like we
Gem
got the
on
private
top
cars.
of the train, though.
Oh yeah, Jem is on top of the train. There's like this horrible grinding noise, like of the cart, like in the back. It's probably like shaking and wobbling and whatnot. Like.
Sure hope there's not a tunnel.
The ceiling kind of like buckles.
Can I have like a dog leash on?
Sure.
And Antonio
A
just
service dog vest.
I have a little dog leash and one of those little dog harnesses on, and then that's when I'm in compy form that we just pretend that I'm the family dog. And I'm staying in compy form because I'm eating a little bit of what was his name? Romanian text. I brought it with me. I'm just sitting there eating it like a squirrel eating a thumb.
I'm probably peering in every now and then to see how they're all doing.
It's horrific, like.
Just an eyeball.
Oh, it's Jam.
Desu!
It's adorable.
I want to pretend I wasn't eating and I wasn't paying attention to anything because I was just taking a phone call. What the hell's going on?
But we're on the train. Everything's fine. We're on our way.
Oh.
How much further? Can you see any up there, Jem?
Not long now, I think.
Okay, do you see like a cool castle or something?
I think, but it kind of looks like a giant dildo.
Arvind, is this the right train? Did anyone check?
Are we
Are we in the wrong train again?
Oh
we
no.
didn't check.
We got on the train to the
We just got
giant
on
dildo
a
again.
train. We didn't actually
To the
check which
dildo
train we were
museum.
getting on.
We're going to the goddamn Romanian dildo museum.
Again.
This is our third time this year.
Guys, aren't dildos extinct?
Oh my God! No, that's.
Keep eating.
Yes, they are.
Keep eating.
I look over at Robert. Robert, you're supposed to be making sure that we get on the right train. You're.
I would have if you didn't kill the guy in the boot.
I didn't kill the.
I know you didn't kill but you're blaming me.
I'm blaming you for not doing your job.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
can
blaming you for not doing your job. That's your only job.
It's your only
Alright.
job is to make sure that we are on our A game.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I am a back. Can I look around and see if I find like any staff walking the train? Because usually they do that, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's staff.
Can I
They're
see any?
staying
Okay,
clear
there's
of your cart.
Okay, then I'm going to go and try to find a staff then.
Okay.
And one of the carts.
Go to one of the other carts. You pop in immediately, like everybody, like up against the window.
Excuse, does anyone work here? Hi, do you work here?
Go ahead and roll a styles, I think.
Oh yes. Oh no. Okay. Hey, what's up?
That's always good. Oh yeah. Oh no.
They're just shaking their head.
Are we going to the castle or dildo? Castle or dildo? Like.
Can I walk in behind him in human form?
Castle or dildo?
You just hear him scream. He's like right up in front of this person, like, Castle or dildo, screaming in their face.
Can we hear all of this?
Maybe when the door opens, like as Antonio goes through.
You hear this? Castle or dildo? Castle or dildo?
Why are you still looking? He's asking, are we going to the castle or the dildo?
They're looking at you confused.
Where does the train go?
See, I'm telling you, this is. Does it?
Oh my God!
Do you have
Can
like
hold on. Can I get my phone out with my very expensive universal translator to translate my
Sure.
language?
Give me a wealth roll.
Okay. All right. There we go.
Oh my God! A 52! You had so many sixes!
Jesus Christ.
There were 5 sixes rolled!
This is future tech. He uses a karma point to flash forward to when he invents this thing.
Yeah, it's whatever you want it to be, this universal translator thing.
Okay. I have a universal translator. It's just it's that's it. I put it on my shirt like it's a Star Trek badge. Just, hi. Sorry for my friend here. We're wondering, where does this train go?
The train?
Yes.
It goes to...
This is just my pet. He's fine. Don't worry about it. Look, you can scratch his ears.
Castle or dildo? For fun.
Can I like slap the side of his face like he's being a really shitty horse? Just BAM!
Try it, dude.
It goes to the castle.
Oh, castle. Thank you so much. I give him like a couple $100.
Here you go. So sorry about that.
Is this play money?
It's American dollars. It's worth more than probably this entire train.
American
It's play
dollars?
money to him.
Yes.
All money is play money to him.
Yeah. Is it all money? Play money? I give him a couple more hundred, then I say, "Okay, thank you," and I turn around.
I can buy my wife back.
You hear as the doors close.
Oh my god!
Hey, look out the window on the right-hand side.
As we pass the fucking dildo factory or whatever the fuck. The Romanian dildo museum.
Chad looks to the left.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so cool, bro. It's just trees. It's the same fucking trees that we've been going past the whole
Forest,
time.
bruh.
Nice.
There's like a wacky waving inflatable thing, but it's just a bunch of dildos outside the factory.
Hey, Jem, I would like you to make a move for me as you see something happening on top of the train.
Oh no.
I'm going to need... do you have any sort of perception focus or anything along those lines?
No, I
Okay.
don't. And
Then
my
I think-
smarts aren't that great either.
Yeah, go ahead and make a smarts roll then.
Oh no. 8.
Okay. Unfortunately, you don't see the ninjas. Suddenly, Jem, you feel this horrific slash on your back as
Ow!
there is something crawling on your spine, up your tail, slashes all up and down your back. I think, let's see, you have a 9 defense. In a proper fight. Okay. I'm gonna roll for this. Let's see. That's really bad. Okay. So there are 6 ninjas that are apparently on top of this train. You don't notice before the first one slices you for 3 damage.
Ow! Oof.
You feel the horrible slash of the sword. Dig into your body, and these ninjas are crawling all over the top of the train. What are you doing?
I'm immediately gonna try and shake them off.
Okay.
And maybe try
In an adorable way.
in an adorable way. And maybe hopefully bite some too, as they're maybe well, I guess
In a
we'll
very
see.
cute,
So-
kawaii way.
Yeah, yada yada.
So the way that
fucking crushing
the way that fights go,
train.
the way that fights go is you get 1 action on your turn.
Okay.
And we have the person with the highest move stat go first.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
we're gonna need what's the I think it's Wesley and Robert have the highest move stat, if I'm not mistaken.
Moves or
5.
like, because I have acrobatics too, which is pretty high, but that just moves.
It's just moves.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's 5.
Okay.
I
So
go
both
last,
of
then.
you roll. Both of you just roll your moves stat. Your move stat.
Oh my.
There's no calamity here. This is just
Okay,
to determine
okay,
who's
good.
going first.
God.
Your legs fall off.
So, 17 from Wesley. Wesley, you basically feel the train shake. Something is going on up above. What do you do?
Absolutely
can I add a-
nothing. There's a T-Rex on top of the train. Of course it's wobbling.
They probably hear my cries. Yatta!
There's a kawaii T-Rex on top of the train. Of course it's shouting
Yata mean
yatta.
yay? I think yata means yay.
Like I've done it.
Yay,
It's success. Success! Yeah. Well done. Whatever she's up to up
They're
there.
having a great time up there, I think.
I'm always happy, even when I'm in pain.
Me.
So,
the meds.
Wesley does nothing, basically. It's just
No.
the train shakes, does nothing.
No,
Okay.
I don't know what's happening. I don't think
Wesley, who goes next? You get to decide.
Gem.
Okay. Gem.
She's the only one doing anything. The rest of us, it's just cutting back and forth between this epic fight between ninjas and a fucking T-Rex, and us drinking coffee and checking stocks on his super phone.
Looks like Amazon's gonna go under. Time to sell them.
Really?
Gem. You have an action. You said you'd like to try and shake them off and maybe bite some of them. I'd say either or. Which are you going to do?
You know what? I'm a bite because I'm starting to get angry.
Okay, try and maul them.
22.
22. Absolutely. You take a bite out of one, and let's see. What is your brawn stat?
That's a 5.
Okay. So. Normally. Oh, so you have a maul. Yours is maul, so you have 7.
Yes.
Okay, so you basically take a bite out of this guy. You can see you horribly wound the one that you take a bite out of, and there's like blood like splurting out. You're like shaking him, and he gets thrown like from the train.
It's like one of those moments where like the T-Rex's fucking head comes up, its eye turns into like a fucking sparkle. He's like, "Oh, so I ain't gonna do it too," or whatever Yasuo says, and then
yeah. Gem, you get to decide who goes next. Chad is the only one that's been looking left.
You know what? I think let's go with Chad.
Chad's watching bits of ninjas get launched off the side of this thing.
There's blood that just rains down on the. There's blood that just rains down. You know they have like those double windows, like the one that's on top, like louvers out. And it's a.
Romania is weird, bro.
Finally, things are starting to get interesting. Looks like it's Chad time. And as I put my thumbs up, I want to transform into.
His thumbs elongate. They grow so long that he pokes them through the ceiling and turns around and cuts a hole in it.
And suddenly we see the transformed Chad burst forth from the roof of the train. Chad, just your neck and your thumbs are out. Okay. I think that's an action, basically, of you blasting through the roof. Who's going next, Chad?
You know what? Let's see. Who wants to go next? Who's feeling it? Who's ready?
It's up to you, my lord.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, well, okay. How about you go, Bob? Rob. All
right, well then, yeah. As soon as like the he grows and the ceiling just gets destroyed, I guess I realize that something's going on. I'll try to. Well, I'll transform as well. What? Oh yeah, I'll jump out the window then. So out the window and try to get up on the roof and do this sick ass backflip. That's gonna be really complicated.
Okay.
Sick ass backflip.
Acrobatics.
Okay. And then I want to transform during if possible.
Awesome.
We'll see.
Depends on the roll. Let's see.
There we go.
Oh, 43! You can do whatever you want.
Okay. Then I'm jumping out the window, doing a backflip, and then you see, you know, it's kind of like when there's the sun and then something blocks it, just a silhouette, and then whoosh, just a beautiful wave, and then I'm turned into.
Yeah, the sun is coming down. Like you see that, like that reddish orange sun, and you see like the silhouette of the Velociraptor.
Yeah. And then I'm up there ready.
So good.
Can some flashy text come across the screen? Try hard mode activated.
Yeah. And we see your claws, you know, like scrape along like that, like around off the roof, and you come to a stop. Who's next?
Robert.
Next will be Sandra.
Okay. Do I know what's happening at this point at all?
I mean, you just saw and Chad smash through the train.
So I'd imagine something's
50-50 at this point, really.
I'll just kind of look around and be like, I feel like I should at least check what's happening, right? Yes, I should do that.
Yeah, I guess you should. I'm still scrolling on my phone.
Absolutely. I have no problem doing that. I'm just talking. I know you're not even paying attention. I'm just trying to hype myself up. I will
hilarious.
do it. I am a hero.
That's crazy.
And here we go, hero. And I'm gonna try to climb through where he made like the hole.
Just as Sandra.
Yeah, just as Sandra. I just want to see what's happening.
Are you now? To be clear, the one that Chad made, or the one that Robert made? Because Robert just smashed through the window.
Oh, yeah. Can I? Is there like glass on the window still?
Yeah, it's all smashed.
Okay. Shoot. I'll go through the hole in the ceiling then. That
you
Chad
climb
made.
up Chad, basically.
Yeah, basically. I just want to try and get enough of a view to see what's happening.
Yeah, I think.
Hey, what's going on, Sandra?
Hi, Chad. It's. This is interesting. What's going on up here?
And you see this these ninjas doing these cartwheels and flips over Gem, and she's like,
oh my god. Oh no. And I transform as my fear reaction, essentially.
Oh god. Oh, ha.
Horrible transformation occurs. Who goes next, Sandra? I think there's only one person left. Yeah.
Yep.
Antonio. We just see him inside the train.
Put your phone down.
What's happening?
Come on.
What's
Get
happening?
up here now.
Does she tell me what's happening?
Emergency ninjas. Ah.
We're on a moving train. I'm an Ankleo. I don't think it would make much sense for me to get over there. Can I use my phone to get some Stark Enterprise drones as attacks? I don't feel like moving right now. I get my martini, I take a sip.
Go ahead and make a wealth roll. I love that you are so wealthy that you don't even have to transform into a dinosaur. Oh no, that's a terrible roll though.
We must be going through a canyon.
Yeah, unfortunately, what's happened is you put in the order for the drones, but your closest competitor in several of your business enterprises, several of your entrepreneurial ventures, has purchased them all.
That son of a bitch. Okay, does that count as my action?
That's your action, yeah.
I was gonna get some drones, but my uncle bought them all.
Okay.
You'll be all right.
So the ninjas are going to attack. Let's see, the ninjas. Get a 20 versus your defense there, Gem, which is a hit. So another ninja we see running up the tail, and then does a side flip, and then slices with the kunai, I think, in their hands. We see them slice several cuts into you, Gem, and they're gonna do 2 damage more.
Oh no, that's gonna knock me out.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm knocked out. So I guess big ol' me takes a fall, and there's a thud, and I don't know. Is the train even still moving?
Train gets the T-Rex just crashes down on the carts. The carts are all like. The train starts to get derailed as Jem crashes down. And Sandra and Chad, you're all sort of like up top, seeing this happen. Like Chad, Jem is about to crash down on top of you.
I would like to spend a karma if I can.
Okay.
I'll have a flashback in the office when I was eating that muffin. And that was it. And I
Oh, God.
It cuts back to me.
His final thoughts are with the muffin.
Straight up season 10 of Joey.
It all happens in slow-mo. The music stops. The entirety of the theme from Pearl Harbor from Faith Hill plays in 3 minutes as this fucking T-Rex is slowly falling towards him and he's remembering his time.
A monologue.
With the muffin. And then... Yes.
Well, here I was.
In my heart you'll always be you'll soar above the sky.
I want to think that, as everyone's talking, it's just all muffled as he's just focused in on eating this muffin.
We see the train derail, it's slow motion. There's a tunnel coming up, it's just the worst. And then we see Tex back in base, and he's like, probably should have given them these train tickets, huh? Oh well. Hey, I should probably turn on their communicators. They're probably in Transylvania by now. Turns it on, and then we just see we see this view probably from someone's little, I think it's probably from Antonio's phone. We see the interior of the train, everything, the glass breaking in, horrible train mangled. And then the train car just goes dark. Tex is sitting in front of the monitor and he says, well, let me just put in a call to Commissioner Bob real quick. And that's where we're going to end the session.
We did it.
Dude,
we saved the president.
We saved the president.
I have a feeling we really didn't.
Oh, God. This is the only time I've ever played where you haven't reached an end. That's so funny.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
So
we had
good.
no hope of ever reaching the end.
No way. As soon as you gave us the job, I'm like, we're not doing that.
No. As soon as I saw flashbacks.
You go back to the place to close the fridge. I was like, we're not getting to the end.
Yeah, no.
That flashback battle.
Dude, my cheeks hurt so much.
I know.
Oh, God.
That means mission successful for a TTRPG when your cheeks hurt too much.
Yeah.
That is a
Agreed,
success.
agreed.
So, thank you all
Unless
for joining
you've
us.
angered the GM enough that he's just been slapping you the whole game.
I have done that before when people have gotten out of line. It's
I'm done with your shit. Do the quest.
Brad.
God damn it.
Brad knows from personal experience.
Brad just had flashbacks IRL.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So thank you everybody so much for joining us. As you can see, the system is incredibly fun, and that's what it's all about. It's called the Awfully Cheerful Engine for a reason. Our cheeks hurt. So make sure that you go check out the website, awfullycheerfulengine.com, and you keep an eye out for the Kickstarter that's going to be starting up very soon in 2021. And we're just going to do some shout-outs to wrap everything up. And, let's go around the room. I'm just going to call people out at random. Pony, you can go first.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. Thank you for the invite. This was really, really, really fun. My name is Pony Punch here on Twitch and Pony_Punch on Twitter. And that's about all you need to know. I do music sometimes. About
actual musician.
So I'm going to be making a lot of music, yeah. And today, it was really fun.
Thank you so much, Pony. We're going to need you to come up with a title track for this one shot.
Can you just do a cover of There You'll Be by Faith Hill?
Thank you so much. Bree.
Hi, I'm Brutal Bree, everywhere. I stream here on Twitch Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you so much for inviting me. This was so stupid fun. This was so fun.
Oh, we didn't invite you. You just showed up.
Sometimes I'll just show up to a Tablestory thing and join the call.
Yeah.
And they're like, they haven't sent me away yet.
It's easier to just let her.
Yeah,
be
I'm not invited. I wasn't supposed to be here. But here I am, so thanks for not kicking me off immediately and letting me stay till the end. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Bree. Disby.
Hi, I'm Disby. I like to play variety games. Thank you so much for having me here, and thank you everybody so much for all the fun today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Fist. Hello, my face hurts. And I got a pretty good ab workout out of that. It was a really good campaign. But I stream over at Twitch and Twitter. YouTube, same handle, Fist of the Walrus. I roleplay sometimes, and I do variety games. Yeah.
Thank you, Fist. And we need 500 gift subs for Venilis.
I need 500 gifted subs immediately, please.
Hi, everybody. My name's Venilis. You can catch me over on twitch.tv/Venilis or Twitter at Venilis21, whatever, words. I play a variety of different games. We're variety and RP, and yeah, just lots of fun. I'm an idiot. The least talented person here by far.
Everyone here is definitely worth a follow, except for Brad. Make sure that you follow everybody and follow Brad out of pity. That's fine. Thank you so much for being here, chat. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Much love to you. Thank you for the support. And thank you so much to Brad. Thank you, Bree. Thank you, Disby. Thank you, Fist. Thank you, Pony. Thank you, Venilis, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. And a big thank you to Morris for making this happen. This is so much fun and silly and stupid. And, I think that needs to happen more, especially during this year for a lot of people. If we can make some people's cheeks hurt from laughing, that's a big step up from almost any day this year. I'm Wax Steven. I have been your Director of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Tomorrow, we've got Rime of the Frost Maiden, which is D&D 5th edition. I run that as well, and it's a really cool, intense campaign that's going on in Icewind Dale using the Rime of the Frost Maiden module. Come check that out. You're doing a thing on Sunday, Brad, for Dying Order? You doing like a roundup? Or
we have a round table, yeah. There's no point in tuning in for it unless you've been watching Dying Order. And in fact, all of my campaigns. I'm doing a 3-year wrap-up.
That's a big deal.
Right, but it's also just like spoiler the stream. It's about, it's a Q&A session to do with Dying Order, which is a D&D campaign that we just finished. Disby was in it, so if you want to come and ask questions to the cast, the first half of the stream will be sort of asking the players any questions, anything about their characters, and just seeing, picking their brains one last time. And then the second half will be picking my brain about my world and stuff, which you can come and question me about things specific to the last 3 campaigns that I've run. And now I don't know what to do. I am lost in a void of...
You can just use your free time and play League of Legends with me.
I will do that right now. That's it. That's on Sunday. But that's it, I think, after that. And then there's just wax shows and...
Yeah, just wax shows.
and Dan's shows, as we are slowly whittling down to 0 shows a week.
That's the ultimate goal of Tablestory.
At the moment, they're all ending.
Yeah, we just have to end everything so that we can finally sleep. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your Thursday. Peace out. Good night. Bye-bye.